Hello and welcome to Boarding Party's D&D campaign. Featuring Bentley Woods, CJ, D. Blackwater, Milo Reuter, and Phoebe Wilhine. I'm Drew, the Game Master for the Laris region. Continuing down the overgrown pathway, the gang gets distracted by the abundant life around them as music fills their ears. Hello everyone, welcome to session 106. I need a brave volunteer.
A what?
I need a volunteer.
Oh,
Milo,
I thought you said a brain.
please roll this for me to determine a thing.
3.
Worst one.
3.
God damn
If you roll this, one of your Pokemon will die. Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna jump to the
You didn't let me
weather.
finish.
We're gonna jump to the weather tab. You have determined the weather for the day.
Is
Horribly humid and hot and foggy
That's what I
in the jungle.
expected. I don't-
As you guys kind of continue,
Normal jungle shit.
as you continue your journey from yesterday, it's not raining, but it's like walking through soup. And when I say yesterday, I really mean last week. It's the same day in travel time. But as you guys kind of set off and follow Sage on this amazing little path that's unfolding before you, it gets unbearably hot. It's like Xantha hot, but now there's moisture in the air. So you guys are just kind of dripping with sweat, and it's really gross. As we're walking, I'm assuming Sage is still leading the pack, unless anybody's trying to catch up and or pass him.
No.
Where's everybody else at on the path? What's our
I'm
marching
skipping
order?
with
so to speak?
Sage, remember?
Okay, you're skipping with
accurate.
Sage.
So we're
so
leading.
Phoebe Sage lead.
Yes.
I'm shortly behind because I was
Okay.
just talking to Phoebe.
Yeah, Milo
and
shortly
then
behind.
started skipping a little less enthusiastically.
Yes.
I'll be behind them with Tallulah digging a tunnel next to me.
Okay.
I'm in the back. Okay.
All right. Very good.
I will, at this point, toss out Crash.
Okay.
Look, sorry.
He hits the field and he's like,
Didn't know what it was going
just
to be
big.
like out here.
He puts on his angry eyebrows.
You're fine.
Oh,
I'll pat him on the
fun.
head. I'll pat him on the head and jump on his back.
His Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah. He pulls him out of his butt,
You're angry,
like Mr. Potato.
That
Head.
is where he keeps his eyes. In his butt.
Okay.
Keeps everything in there.
Yeah, Crash pops out and is like,
In between wiping sweat,
yeah.
Bentley wants to just look around to the outskirts of this basically like tree tunnel, I guess, that has been created for us,
Trunnel.
and see if he can discern any wildlife in the fringes of the lush jungle.
Yeah, roll a d8.
What? Oh, a D8.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
It's not a question of is there stuff, it's what do you see?
7.
7.
Lucky number 7. It's going to be something that kills me.
Son of a gun.
Probably.
No, it's the one I made for you.
Wow.
You piece.
Lucky number 7
Oh,
indeed. Should I dust off the old Pokeballs?
Oh, man. Okay.
Your Pokeballs are already dusty?
Yeah.
But you're only like 12.
Bear with me for a second.
I went through puberty early. My voice never changed.
You went through puberty when you were 3?
Let's see how this goes.
11.
Perfect.
That was just a year ago.
Is it a teacup and a crumpet?
Yeah, why is it so fancy? Got all
As,
fancy up in here.
as you all are walking in this literal
I
jungle,
swear to God, if it's a
You
Sinistee
hear-
or whatever.
classical music,
Oh.
the sound of a violin, and the chittering of small excited creatures. A little ways off the path, it would be to your right.
What's up?
Bentley's just going to
Yeah.
slowly...
all of you hear this all at once,
Without
even though
even
Bentley's the one
realizing,
looking
he's
for it.
just
but-
gonna like close his eyes and start bobbing his head and start going towards the sound of the music.
You guys hear
Okay.
this crappy music?
Bentley's in the...
Wait, so we can all hear the music.
Yeah, so Bentley, kind of being in the middle of the pack, just goes... starts walking off.
What? Well, I don't notice because I'm in front.
Yeah. Anybody in front of Bentley doesn't...
Do I hear
You
the music?
hear the music,
Okay, okay.
but you don't notice Bentley just kind of walking off the path of
Yeah.
his own accord.
Okay.
He doesn't have to. He is choosing this.
Guys, Bentley's just going to the music Like
What?
he's walking to it. He's going to the music.
Follow me!
Well,
What?
it's safer than crawling in a gorilla, so we can just let him go.
Well, I didn't technically do that, so
You were trying.
yeah, and I still
Oh, man.
say that it would have worked because you know.
It did work.
Come on,
It did work.
Tallulah!
All right. Is anybody going with Bentley, or are we just
I
letting
mean,
Bentley
I'm
go?
just gonna stop where he like went
Okay,
away
you're just
and
gonna
then
chill
watch.
chill on the path.
I mean, it depends on how far he goes. If it's just like a couple steps in,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I'll just watch from here. But if he's like going,
If he's
and, like,
going,
Bentley,
deep,
how far do you go? Do you just follow the music to its inevitable
Doom. I mean,
conclusion?
I mean, so how
Into the
big is
Sarlacc
our
pit?
our like tree tunnel?
It's
Basically,
it's
I thought
about.
you said it's 60 feet.
oh shit.
What?
Isn't that what you said? 30 one
Oh
way,
yeah,
30 the
30
other.
in front of you. Yes, wide it's 10.
Oh, okay.
It's 10 feet wide, 60 feet out. But if
Okay,
you
okay.
go more than 30 feet ahead or behind Sage,
There's
you're
just-
back in full jungle.
Okay.
But
So you have 10
Sage is
feet.
helping you out with
Yeah,
some difficult terrain.
Bentley's gonna go to like the edge of the tree tunnel and then just start like hopping his way over like down trees and vines and roots and just kind of continuing to make his way like in a rightward but still forward direction.
Did he eat something out here? Why is he just
I
wandering?
think he just likes the music, even though it's like bad music.
It's not that bad.
I mean, it's fine, but it's not like. This is the kind
It's
of
not a
music I
banger.
like. I don't like this kind. I don't like this kind of music.
doesn't belong on Lair's top 20 hits.
Yeah, certainly.
All right. I'll say after, depending on how far you go, if you go more than, say, 30 or so feet out there, you do see a little bit of a clearing in the trees, and the music does seem to be coming from there.
I will brush some vines away and then just peer into the clearing to see what's
Can I
making
have,
this sound.
Sage just like, I guess, attach a vine to like his backpack.
Sure. Yeah,
And
it
that
just
way, there's a line.
Sage is like, got him.
Thank you.
Whatever. as long
Where's he
as-
going?
And he sends a vine out and goes, throws up a little piece of it like a thumbs up. Mr. Woods,
Yes.
you see, the first thing that you see
Uh-huh.
is probably about a half dozen very small, green, snake-like lizard creatures, all doing this very lovely, the only way I can describe it is like a hobbit dance. They're kind of like bouncing out and forth and kind of linking arms and spinning around and disconnecting. And everybody, they're all just kind of like linking arms, disconnecting and dancing with each other
Okay.
to this music.
Where's the music?
You see a log that seems to have been felled. There's a large tree that fell over, but it's a fresh growth. So it doesn't kind of fully split. But the tree falls, and the other trees around it are healthy enough to keep it standing.
Okay.
And you see this large, red, cricket-like creature playing its stomach quite beautifully with one of its arms and conducting with another as these little green fellas are all dancing around. It notices you approach, doesn't miss a beat. Just keeps going, gives you a nod, and kind of beckons to the little dance crew. For the record, these little guys are maybe about a foot tall, but they're having an adorable little dance party.
Bentley's gonna join in on the Hobbit dance with the little green guys.
Very good. Give me a performance
stomp on
check,
them.
please.
He's gonna smush them all.
baby.
No.
You seen Bentley dance before?
16.
All right. They're very excited. They're like, he's quite
feeling
large.
the music, Mr. Krabs.
They extend vines up to meet your hands and kind of help you dance around.
Hey.
Sage, your vine is getting very tangled. It's just kind of like, you're like, Oddish.
I'm like spinning around in it, like, oh crap.
He's like,
God.
there may be an issue. These are not infinite. I do have a limit.
Oh,
I
boy.
can't go much farther. And he
Oh,
starts
boy.
to kind of like shimmy down the path. He's like,
No.
one moment, please. It
No.
won't be long.
No.
Won't be long now. But yeah, Bentley, you join in quite a lovely little dance number with these fellas. And the performance seems to have no sign of slowing or stopping. It's simply continuing.
Can I, while dancing, pull out my Pokedex and start scanning the green things
Absolutely.
and the Cricketune?
Yeah, I'm gonna change the Pokedex from here on out for the two of you because I keep forgetting what the check is. We're just gonna add your proficiency and then your wisdom or your intelligence. I don't care which.
Okay.
And we're just gonna scan them.
Drew, do I still get my expertise in it too? Okay.
Yep. But that way it's just faster.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rather than
16 on both scans.
16 on both scans. The little green fellas are Snivies,
Ah, cool.
and they're having a great time.
Ooh.
They're very small, This is the first entry on Snivy. So I would imagine Bentley probably enters into the deck something along the lines of they're quite musically inclined.
Yeah,
Because
Kidnap
this is
one
what they're
of
being
them.
witnessed.
clearly.
As you kind of get a nice little picture of them sort of dancing with you and all alongside you. The other fella is a Cricketune. Same deal. But this one seems a bit on the smaller side. And on a quick glance from you, one of its sort of scythe-like sort of bow appendages is slightly damaged. And that's the one it seems to be using to conduct. But it's got a little bit of a crook to it.
Interesting.
But as it's kind of very beautifully continuing on, I'll leave it up to you if this is sort of Bentley's type of music,
oh yeah.
but the songs are familiar. So this thing knows human music.
Oh.
Doot, doot,
Interesting.
doot,
It's actually the producer of all human music.
Yes.
The secret brain behind.
Yeah.
Your favorite hits.
So
right?
Bentley will continue to
Like
dance with the
Vivaldi.
Snivies until
What?
his feet start to hurt, and then he'll just like, especially because of how hot and humid it is, he'd get like very winded very quickly and very sweaty.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he'll just turn to the Snivies and like give a little bow, like thank you for dancing, and then he'll just sit crisscross applesauce in front of the Cricketune.
Okay. Yeah, you sit down in front. What's everybody else doing in this time? Bentley's been gone for about 2 minutes.
Just waiting.
I'll go into
What is...
go into the jungle and follow him.
Okay. Yeah, as you approach, the music gets a little louder, and you see a similar scene. These little green fellas are all kind of dancing around.
There's a dance party going on over here.
CJ, come check it out.
Yeah, I mean, they're dancing.
Yeah, come on, have a dance. They're very friendly.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll jump off Crash and come out there and
Okay.
dance around.
Yeah, give me a performance check if you'd like to dance.
Crash should make it rain. They'd love that.
Scatter!
Would they love that?
Like a light drizzle.
Would they love that?
Yeah, they're grass.
9.
Grassy.
9.
Ah, you stink at
CJ,
dancing.
you have 2 left feet, and you almost like kind of step on their little tiny little baby toes, but they manage to kind of jump out of the way as they're like, careful. Do-do-do. But they dance with you.
I don't know how to dance like that, so I'm just gonna do my thing.
You're just
Just jerk my body around.
Mosh pit. Start
got it.
punching him in the face.
just shoving them.
If they were my height, I would be punching.
do you just do the dad overbite? That's my only dance move.
So
You can
good.
keep that one, guys. That's
That
free.
one's free.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Okay. You join the dance.
Who's that guy?
The big guy?
Yeah.
It's a Cricketune. They make music.
Well, I can see he's making them.
Yeah, it's really impressive. You see the one like arm is kind of busted. It's pretty impressive that he's
I do see that now.
making such beautiful music
Yeah.
with only one arm.
The music
Imagine if
comes
you
to an
had
end,
two.
and he
Bentley
bows
will
gracefully.
stand up and give a hearty applause.
Okay.
I'll clap awkwardly.
Like, why are you doing this? It's like
All right.
to CJ Bentley's clapping at the end.
I'm assuming that's a Snivies too.
So well
Snivies
timed. That was so well timed.
All right.
I don't know if
I was
there's
a
ever
little
been-
worried. That was untested. I didn't know what was gonna come out.
Dude, that was
quite well.
awesome.
Okay. Yeah, everybody kind of claps, and as you all sort of look up and watch this big fella, he reaches out with that crooked arm and grabs one of the vines from the fallen tree, and pulls it back into place.
Pulls
And
the
the-
tree back into place.
And the
Holy
little Snivies all
snap.
run up and just go, "Hmm." And you watch as the bark just and reforms.
Yo,
A what?
that was pretty cool.
As the Cricketune hops off the now downtrodden stump, and you see the Snivies all approach with small seeds and little pebbles.
Whoa, are they gonna pay him now?
I might pay him.
And he holds out a small pouch to the side with that little crooked hook, and they all just dunk their little pieces in there.
Nice,
Bentley
nice.
will walk up and put a 10 in the thing.
Support
He looks at it and just
artists.
goes,
Yeah.
What's he gonna do with money, man?
I don't know. What else am I supposed to give him?
I don't know. Food?
Yeah.
I don't really have food on me, but he can buy something with money.
Here. I'll throw you a couple Pokemon treats.
He's very happy to receive treats.
Whoop.
That's what this one's called. It's called Deedle Little Little Whoop. I was like, what are the odds they have Deedle Whoop in it? They do. Yeah, he very excitedly accepts the treats. He looks at the money and is like, "Thank you so much." I have no idea.
Bentley doesn't know or care. He's just like, this is appropriate response to a performance as you give them cash. Cold hard cash.
And he'll kind of pat a couple of the Snivies on the head as they're like, and they all kind of trot off to a little burrow nearby. And the Cricketoon just tips his imaginary hat to you, and then uses that kind of hooked sickle arm to just swing across from a couple vines that reach out to catch him, as he then slices through them and get to grab the next one. And just carries off on his journey.
Well, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Little performance. It's been a while since you did one of yours, CJ.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
granted, the
most of
world
my
is coming
Pokemon
to an
are-
end, but
Most of my Pokemon are pretty big now. I don't think it would be much to watch.
what do you mean? Your wrestling shows always did numbers.
Oh, yeah, they would just kick my ass now.
Well, I feel like that would only make it more entertaining, at least for me.
I guess that's
anyway, sorry, I got so wrapped up in the performance and the show. It's a good thing this wasn't a trap.
Yeah,
And
it definitely could have been.
then Bentley will like look around to try and ensure that it was not in fact a trap.
Yeah, give me a very paranoid perception check.
Okay. 14.
14? Yeah, you don't see anything untoward. You are in a jungle,
Right.
in terrain that used to be a desert, and it's really hot and very muggy, and you're a little uncomfortable already, and you've been dancing, so you're breathing heavy. There's a lot of unfamiliar noises all around you, but it doesn't appear that anything particularly nasty is lurking.
So I want to go up and look at the tree that they essentially healed to be a tree again.
Yeah.
And see like how that worked essentially.
The
Like-
tree is now like completely indistinguishable from any of the others.
Interesting.
It looks as though it was never felled.
That's pretty darn cool.
This fella knows what
Cool,
he's
should we
doing.
go back?
Yeah, sorry.
As you kind of notice, CJ, especially as you just followed Sage's vine out here, Bentley is just all wrapped up in vine, and Sage is just like,
You look like
"Mother, please intervene."
you look like Wyman Coover.
Oh. Yeah, what is this? And I'll start like pulling myself back.
Mother, something is wrong. As he just starts to disappear.
Now,
from the back.
Sage!
Help! I'm being pulled.
I'm gonna grab his little arm.
All right, give me a strength check from both of you. 'Cause
Swear
this
to
will be
God,
funny.
Bentley, if you rip him in half.
man.
I'm not
Swear to
like,
God.
we're just like following it back. I'm not like pulling, but
I don't think what's my strength?
6 on my
Probably
strength
nothing.
roll. So.
Oh.
Say.
Well, just throw yours real quick. We'll see how
Okay.
you do. You just gotta be a 6.
16.
Yeah.
Sweaty boy.
As Sage is being pulled, you're like, "Sage, no!" And you pull it, and then Bentley you just get pulled onto your face and then pulled about 2 feet. As Sage is like, "Don't worry, Mom, I got him."
Hey, CJ, help!
As Bentley's just being dragged through the
Help,
jungle
CJ.
floor now,
Yeah, no,
like face first.
Definitely not gonna help you.
Help me!
You run it. You hit one of the
enjoyable
root
for
systems
me.
of a tree, and
I'm
you're kind of like,
trapped.
"Ah!"
No.
You tumble over, and you're on your back, and you just keep
Make it
going.
stop!
No, you just stop fighting it. Just let it happen.
No, my
Did
arms
you-
are all
Devil
stuck.
spit!
You have to stop
You've
fighting.
got to stop freaking out! I'm freaking out!
And eventually, you do come to a nice stop as a very sort of plump and round Sage just being held by Phoebe is like, "Hush," and you're just covered in the forest floor.
Oh, you're okay.
There's like little worms
Thanks.
and grubs all over you. You're like,
We're great. That was awesome. We just got a little dance party, and then I got to see him get dragged through the forest. That was good.
I just saw Sage disappearing, and I didn't want to. What happened to Milo?
Yeah.
I saw
So-
Sage disappearing.
Yeah.
You were pulling
You
him
wut
in,
pulling
man.
him in.
You got all tangled up in his
I wasn't
vine.
trying. I was trying to figure out where the
as
vines
the
were coming
vine
from.
was him.
very methodically like unravels you, and it's like, "Oddish."
Bentley will just get up and like unceremoniously dust himself off, get all the dead leaves and branches
He
off
kind
of his
of
clothes.
like fixes your hair a little bit. He's like,
Thanks, Sage.
"Oddish."
Sorry, guys. I got kind of pulled in there. It was really fascinating. It was a Cricketoon out in the forest and just doing a performance.
No. That's what the music was?
Yeah, and there were a bunch of little Snivies dancing around, and they healed this broken tree when they were done with the performance. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but it was pretty cool. Anyway, sorry. Back on the road again?
Yeah.
Question for you, Drew.
Yeah.
How thick is this the big old quartz on Drafrig right now?
So thick.
It's to put it in like relative terms, it's about the size of Sage.
Okay.
It's the size of like a tiny creature.
Okay.
It weighs maybe 8-10 pounds tops. It's not that big.
It's not that
Okay.
crazy.
It's like a little chunk of rock.
Is it like jagged and like nature, or is it smooth?
Like my brain.
You've got a smooth brain?
That's not good. That's bad. No. The quartz chunk looks it. I keep calling it quartz because that's kind of what it looks like. It's very jagged in a way that only like a naturally formed crystal could be.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it was cut by anything, and there's no obvious like sundering
Okay.
spot. There's not like a jagged chunk where it ripped off.
Can I
That's weird.
carefully with my toolkit, just kind of take like, I don't know, maybe like that much, and just kind of off the top?
Give to
Oh,
me
boy.
a strength check.
You need lots of strength. This is a normal stone.
Campaign's about to end.
We're all about to blow up and become normal.
3.
Okay, everybody's safe. You try as you might, you're unable to even kind of chip this thing.
Okay.
It's reminiscent of like a diamond almost. That like nothing that you do seems to have any major impact on it, at least not from this attempt.
Okay.
Interesting.
Because you're weak.
As you're like back in the manor, I will imagine a diamond cutting laser.
Yeah, like he's just trying to see if he can break off a piece of that Kit Kat bar real quick, but
Nah.
to no avail.
All right.
That's it.
I'm going to take off my sweatshirt and
Yeah.
sing a song while I'm doing it.
What? You
What
gotta
song
sing
is
it.
song?
You gotta sing it.
Sweaty boys, we are sweaty boys. Walking around in the jungle, we're so sweaty.
Okay.
Just to myself, not thinking about it at all.
Yeah. No, that's definitely something. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's good.
And I'm gonna shove it in my backpack and jump back on Crash and smack him on the butt.
Oh boy.
Okay. Crash will run 30 feet and then stop because the trail disappears.
Yeah!
As it's like unfurling before you actually get a close look of all of these sort of root systems pulling themselves through the earth just to the side.
Oh.
Right in front of you. It's very kind of unsettling. Any tree that would be in the path just kind of sidesteps you.
That's really weird looking. All right.
Can I put on my goggles and assess that movement and then maybe Sage and see if I see any sort of correlation?
Let's do a perception check.
Correlation.
Not to
Not
notice
causation.
certain things, but I'm just curious what catches your eye.
All of it.
9.
Okay, perfect.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All of the, I will say that the 10 by 60 foot area that you're in is bright green through your goggles.
Yeah.
Sage himself is also that same bright green.
As like, if I look at our other Pokemon, are they also bright green?
To make this easier in the future, Crash is blue
Okay.
Okay.
because he's out.
Okay.
Pip's satchel is white.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, for the player's sake, I'm gonna
Okay.
make it a little easier to
I
describe that
was
in the
asking
future.
in the context of like, because we're surrounded by so much green, are the Pokemon also green? Therefore, Sage is just one of the boys, or
No,
is Sage
so
uniquely green?
yes. So like the
Yeah,
ambient energy around you outside of that range is just sort of like grayscale, sort of dull. But the area that you're in is lighting up with the similar signature to what you've seen before, but just it's showing up as a
Green.
nice green.
Okay.
Once I take in that splitting,
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around to everybody and act like a cowboy and be like, "Giddy up, let's go!"
All right.
All right, dude. That really yeed my heart.
Well, that classical music changed you.
He's trying so hard to get
You're
out
so
of that.
inspired. You're singing.
He's like, I'm not a fan of Vivaldi. I like Clint Eastwood, okay?
Oh, I country music.
I'm a tractor.
Exactly, you get it.
CJ's gonna change his room to a wheat field.
The barn.
With a barn. and a tractor. Like, I got myself a John Deere.
A ranch style home.
No, not even. It's just an 18-wheeler. Like he sleeps
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
bed in the truck cabin.
Yes, ma'am. Got myself a nice John Deere and an 18-wheeler.
Drinking a brewski.
Crack the
Drink and drive? Are you
board.
crazy?
On a tractor,
you got
it's
too
okay.
Unless it's road beer, you can drink road beer.
Just because it's CJ. It's a truck cabin with like a dog door that goes into the main like shipping container that's
Yeah.
on the truck.
Yeah.
And then there's like an arcade.
Have you been in my trailer?
It's just a bar. There's a jukebox, a dartboard, a pool table. He's like, yeah,
and
perfect.
chocolate milk on tap.
And
Here we
it's
go.
only just bright neon lights because that's what CJ would imagine.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Bentley's also gonna take his shirt off from the heat and humidity,
Blimey.
and then he'll
I'm adding layers.
I'm gonna blur that.
I'm prepping my
show some-
body.
he'll send out Rose and see if Rose can make him like an ice necklace to keep him cool.
Wow, Bentley's
Rose can do
got
that.
ice now.
Yeah,
Cool.
We just get
It's Bentley
naked
on
in the
ice.
middle of the jungle.
apparently.
Well, I mean,
Listen, I wasn't
did
gonna say
take
anything.
my shirt off so that Phoebe might take her shirt off, but
This just caused me to put on layers.
Yep.
I'm adding additional.
Right. Does anyone else want an ice necklace? It's
wearing a
really nice.
sweatshirt.
We'll try one.
Phoebe, are you
Thank you.
still holding Sage?
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
you are
skipping
you are
and-
unaffected by the hot temperatures.
Oh.
Sage,
I feel great.
Sage
You want it
is
for the
good, too.
style.
Sage
Take
is
this back.
basically yeah. He's keeping you perfectly temperate. You're at a nice, comfortable like 78, where everybody else
Interesting.
is at like kind of
What a jip.
like mid 80s, but really high humidity. You're mostly unaffected, and it's just this little bubble around Sage. When he
Okay.
was getting pulled away, you were like, man, it's getting kind of hot out here.
Okay, okay.
But as soon as he comes back to you, he's like, we're good. You're fine.
Oh,
He's just emitting this little bubble.
I'm chilling.
Worth noting,
Feeling
Pip
good.
does the same thing. But Pip always does that. This is new for Sage.
Cheerio.
Pip pip.
Pip, pip, hooray! Hi, Pip.
you've been out here before. You came this way, yeah?
No.
No,
No, really?
Would you just teleport from Green Gate?
No, I went down the long way and I hit Alluvia.
Oh. Oh, what route is that?
That is
Oh, two.
that one.
You guys are on 109 right now. It goes
Oh,
a whole
I thought
other
there's
way.
Just one.
There's
No.
109 from Xantha, 102 down to Oriander. Or
102
up
is the
103
really
to
long
Olivia.
one, like down the
Okay.
entire western
That one was
side
the
of
one you
map.
guys said no because it was a week's journey to Green Gate. So instead of that, you did the 2-day journey to Alluvia from Oriander.
Oh, okay.
And that set off the entire campaign because if you didn't go that way, there's the whole thing's different. Firefly effect, man.
Yep.
Crazy stuff.
Just like life.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, never been around here.
Okay.
Cool. I thought maybe since you live where we're going, came this way.
No, but it's hot as balls here.
Yeah, it is very hot.
Yeah.
Bentley's just gonna randomly start scanning
nice.
the tree canopies with his Pokedex.
Roll me a percentile die, if you'd be so kind. That would be your 100.
Interesting.
Muy interesante.
Do it.
56.
56.
Bingo.
You get one ping out of probably. I'll leave it up to you how many scans you did, but I'd say it's at least 5.
Okay.
But on the 5th one, you get a scan of a Lipard.
Whoa.
Above and behind all of you.
Guys,
It's a big kitty.
might want to come take a look at this. It's pretty
But
cool.
when you
pretty
scan in the same
scary.
spot again, nothing.
That's maybe not.
Ominous die roll for no reason.
No.
With Neek sitting on my shoulder, I'm just like,
Nick's like,
Uh,
all right, I'm sketching this.
CJ,
His little pencil just.
sorry, buddy.
What up, bruh?
you might want to take a look at this, and I'll show him the Pokedex entry. And I think there's something that might be following us, like in the canopy.
Oh, that's a pretty big cat.
Yeah, it'd be pretty not good if it attacked any of us. So
Would
like,
it? I feel like we could take a cat.
well, that leads to my next point: is
Took on
just
a
make
large
sure
gorilla.
Crash is like on alert. Okay.
He's always on.
Okay. just like kind of nervously looking around at the treetops, like trying to find a invisible cat. Where the
Hey,
frick
Bentley
is this
thinks
thing?
there's a cat following us.
CJ, quiet.
Why?
The cat's gonna be like,
If
Jesus,
that, cat,
boys.
if that cat wants to come down
I've
here
been
and
made.
fight us, bring it on. I ain't scared of a cat.
I mean, we're pretty obvious.
Yeah,
in
there's a
our,
bunch of us. What is it gonna do?
we're a shifting magic hallway.
Yeah.
Not worried about no
can't
dang
stealth.
cat.
It is worth noting, yeah, you guys are currently completely exposed. In
Right.
that entire box, there's not a whole lot you could do.
But-
We may have just walked
but-
through where it was sleeping and moved to the trees, and now it's like, yeah, now I gotta move.
For sure.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks
If
a
you see
lot.
another one of those gorillas,
Thanks, Obama.
that would be
Yeah.
a very
He's
dangerous
just like-
situation.
What? All right.
I have nothing to do with that panther.
I mean, it is a cool looking cat, though.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And Bentley's just gonna keep walking and like scanning around, just now semi-paranoid of what is
Sure.
around them.
All right.
Lots of forest.
Anybody else doing anything specific while you're walking? We're getting a little later in the day. Ansem, it's
Can
worth
you tell
noting, is
that?
just walking with like a little notebook, and it's just like writing and sketching and like scratching things out and then starting over.
Are we able to tell what time of day it is?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
it's not like a full tree coverage.
Okay,
It's thick. It's a thick canopy, but you can still see daylight streaking through.
Okay.
That and the temperature is telling you you guys are probably in the heat of the day
In the heat
as you're walking.
of the moment. No, I'm just gonna finish the sketch.
Sketch.
I'm gonna tell Sage. Sage, you did a great job earlier. You're just like really glowing today. You know?
It's like
I feel-
it's like I tried a new facial cleanser. Feeling great. It's like I'm really feeling the moisture here.
Yeah.
It's great.
You're really thriving.
Wow. He's living his best life.
You are. This place is good for you.
It's like it is
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get off Crash and send out Chicky Baby
Okay.
and get on her.
Chicky baby hits. She's like, oh.
Just kidding.
Okay, all right.
What's up, lady?
You're really heavy, buddy.
How you doing?
So
You really put on some weight.
I thought you'd like this.
she's like,
It's pretty sweet out here.
why was I in there the whole time?
This is a good
How
point.
long have you been
That's a
here?
good point. Like a few hours. It's okay.
She turns around. She goes, "Don't talk to me."
Wow.
She got some sass,
I'm
and she turns around and she's like,
sorry.
"Oh my God, Sage, you look so good!"
Right?
And they start chatting while they walk.
Yeah.
They're just chittering back and forth.
Oh, that's cute. That's so cute.
Sage will be like, hold on 1 second. And just kind of like climbs over and they sort of like link up vines and are just like, you are looking great. Do you still have your goggles on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
Chicky
not?
Baby now shares that same
Oh.
beautiful green glow. At least for the moment while she's in contact with Sage.
Oh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Bentley, for reasons that, I mean, he would have already called back Rose, just wanted her out to give him the like ice necklace to help cool him down, but he'll send out Evinrude to just fly around near the tunnel of trees, just hang out with the crew.
Okay.
So I'm sure Evinrude would like the humidity more than anybody.
Yeah, he hits out and he's like, I was born in the wrong time. I should have been around when the world was like this. He's just drinking it all in. He's like, oh, it's amazing. And he just flitters around excitedly.
Cool.
Eats a couple berries off of some trees. Maybe catches a few prey animals and consumes them as dragonflies are wont to do.
Live his best life.
Oh, yeah. He just very excitedly, he'll like fly up to the edge of the trees that you guys can see and just kind of fold his wings in and be like, I am at peace. I am at home. And then when the trees start to catch up to you, he just goes and flies up and hits there again.
Cool.
It's quiet forest.
It is a quiet forest.
Too quiet.
Maybe. There's still bird song. There's some little bug chitters.
Fair.
But, yeah.
But
your,
it is
your
like-
immediate area is a little quiet.
Yeah, it's like.
But it's the heat of the day.
Okay.
So it would be pretty typical as far as you guys would be aware. In the heat of the day, even closer to winter in a climate like this, most things aren't too active. Because it's hot.
Ooh, is there any cool foliage?
Yeah, give me a nature check, though. Let's check it out. Nature is healing.
What's my...
Give it here.
Come here, Malfoy, I'll knock you off your broom.
16.
16. Yeah, let's. I'm gonna ask you a question with no downside. Are you looking for helpful or harmful plants? You can decide as Tia what Phoebe would notice. Would you be more on the lookout for something that could hurt you or something that might help you?
Let's do helpful.
Helpful.
That is the
hurtful
wrong
could be
answer.
9,
There's no wrong
right or
except
wrong.
for
Yeah,
that
that was the wrong
10.
one.
Throw me
By
a D10.
nothing.
Throw me a D10, Phoebe.
Why? Because there's 10 different plants to choose from. Silly.
Silly goose.
Meet more. Oh,
Goose is loose.
0,
10.
10.
10.
Nothing. I see nothing.
Phoebe, while you're walking, one of the roots that pulls to the side
Yeah.
leads to a very any botanist out there, I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher this, but I don't know how to describe it. But you see a large root that pulls to a massive leafy green plant, and underneath there's a small, almost like tuft of white fuzz underneath.
Like a little pom-pom?
Kind of, yeah. And it catches your attention as something that is often used to make a healing poultice. Specifically for external wounds to prevent like gangrene. And it can also, if ingested, it works as well for relieving coughs and sort of stomach distress. And it's also used, it can be made into something that will aid in the recovery of burn wounds. So you can, if you decide to interact with it, you would know this is called Althean Mallow.
It's like Pepto-Bismol Plus.
I was going to
Pretty
say
much.
aloe vera because of the burn.
Stomach. And burns. Okay. Ooh. Sage, look.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll hand it to you.
thank you.
And I will say, Phoebe, given your, especially more recent studies with this,
Yeah.
depending on what you are looking to do,
Yeah.
if you add it to grapes, you can make a like very rudimentary wine, and that is what is ingested for the gastrointestinal assistance stuff.
Okay.
So if you ingest it that way, if you take some time to work with it, you could make it into one of the poultices to fix like burn wounds.
Okay.
But you've got a couple
it
routes you can go with
topical?
that. Yeah.
Okay.
It has 2 different routes to go. Both of them would require you to prepare it in advance.
Okay.
Right now, it's just like this little, it's like a
Right.
little tuft of a plant.
Right.
But it does catch your eye, mostly because you wouldn't expect to find it in this climate. But I will
Okay.
say in your studies, it's a native plant to old school Xantha.
Oh, okay.
It would have grown a lot more in hot climates. But now that there's moisture and plant growth everywhere, things seem to be exploding quite nicely.
Nice. Sweet.
So yes,
I'll
apologies
put
to
that
any
in
botanists out there, but I at least got the effects right, I think. Hopefully. Just in case. I'm all paranoid because I was like, yeah, you get a deaf bird and it's impossible. So
it's your world.
I know, but
It's yours.
it's ours, okay?
Just do whatever. Do what's fun.
I did.
But did it was wrong.
impossible.
There's no such
All right.
thing.
Anyways, yes, that's what catches your eye, at least in the moment. You have enough to make either one dose of effectively a healing potion, so you could make a potion out of it,
Okay.
or you could make I'll say 1d4 applications of the burn poultice. So if one of your pals got burned, you would have like 4 burn heals.
Oh. Okay.
It'd be something like that.
All right. That's nifty.
Yeah. You can make, it's like cold medicine, kind of. I'll make it a little simpler to understand because it worked. It's basically just like NyQuil, but without the possibility of like sleepwalking into the woods and.
Well, if I make it with fermented grapes.
yeah. But yes, if you were to grow grapes in the manner and say make it into a potion, you would have an ingestible potion that would heal somebody for a bunch.
Okay. Sweet.
Hey, Ansem.
Huh?
I see you like taking notes.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in an environment like this before? Like,
No.
Oh, okay. Did you like live your whole life in Orianda, or you?
No.
Where,
Just like a while.
okay. Where did you live before?
But before that, I grew up in Alluvia, but I hated the big city, and it didn't really agree with me either. They're not a huge fan of experiments going wrong at all hours of the day and night. They're not as forgiving as you guys when, like, a Tesla machine just, overloads the circuit.
Right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I was just curious. What are you writing down over there?
No, just everything I'm seeing and hearing and ideas of what to do about it.
He's a snitch.
It's like writing down all of our weaknesses. I can trade it to the aliens.
My
Bentley's
former
left
employer.
knee has a crick in it if
Who
I
I
just
won't talk
kick
about.
him just right. CJ's highly susceptible to, weaponry. That D guy, I think he might have some ballistic resistances we'll have to work on. I'm just kidding. He's not doing any of that.
Or is he?
Leave him out here tonight.
Is Miles out, or does he have
Miles is
at all?
away.
Okay.
Miles, as far as Ansem is concerned, Miles would hate this
Yeah, I
climate.
figured.
My inner
Okay.
Tegan is coming out. Hog time. Leave him in the forest.
Can't trust him.
I hate him. Kill him.
Never will trust him.
Jinkies. But yeah, he's just sketching.
Okay.
Alright. Fine.
Can I peek over his shoulder and see what he's sketching?
Yeah, he's literally just like
It's caricatures
doing.
of us.
He is doing like artistic sketches of the plants that you're walking by, and he
cool.
seems to be attempting to classify them with very little success. He's like big green leafy one,
That's bad.
smaller green leafy
Wrong
one,
answer. No.
one with like a red thing on it.
Cool.
The drawings are really good, but
The
he has no idea what he's doing. He's just passing the time.
yeah. Okay.
He's got tremors, and it's like doctor's handwriting, but then the pictures are beautiful
Yeah,
somehow,
yeah.
just by contrast.
Like beautiful shading.
Yeah.
Even though he's just walking by.
I did the line work.
Yeah. Like,
Wow.
dang, and so wow. You missed your true calling.
Yeah. But does anybody else have anything they would like to handle through the majority of your day? We get into the later afternoon.
I'm gonna look at Bentley
Okay.
and wink at him, and then I'm just
Oh,
gonna
boy.
run to the right and like dive into the jungle. And
boy.
and before I did that, I will have stealthily let out Slurp into the jungle where I like dove.
Okay.
And then when I get there, I'm gonna be like, make a tunnel,
Make a tunnel. Make a tunnel.
underneath the path, like right by Bentley, but on the other side. And then I'm gonna go into the tunnel, and I'm gonna crawl underneath, and then I'm gonna try to jump out of the jungle on the other side of Bentley and scare him.
Oh my god, this is such an elaborate jungle
Bentley,
prank.
in the time that it takes him to do that, would have went over to where he dove to see where he dove to try and find it.
I'll allow that.
Get punked.
I love the idea
It's just
that
30
you
feet behind me. Ah!
you send out Slurp, and he goes. So it's very obvious that he's out and present. And then you're like, make a tunnel, and he just goes
Make a tundle. He's like, what's a tundle?
and just kind of like rolls
I got you,
underground.
boss. Tunnel it is.
Just rolls underground,
Make
and
a
then
tunnel.
you dive off the path. As Bentley, you go over, and you're like.
Should go.
And as you make your plan to appear where Bentley would be, you emerge on the path about 15 feet behind everybody. As Bentley's looking where you jumped. As you go, "Ah!" to nobody.
Damn it.
As Slurp then rolls out and goes,
Didn't work.
and he's like, we did it, boss! We did it!
We did do it. Great job.
We did it! And then he'll roll off and be like, yeah!
Bentley's just gonna roll his eyes and then do another Pokedex scan into the forest where CJ jumped off.
Sure, give me a D100.
It shall be done. 59,
59.
I'm improving slightly.
maybe.
Perhaps. Nothing catches your eye this time.
Okay.
Nothing overt.
He's just, come on, give me scans.
Yeah.
Want
There's
scans.
almost like too many noises all around you to focus on any one direction. But it seems as though you're not getting any clear shots. At least not so far.
I'll give one last glance and then go back to the road.
Okay. I'll say for that one, just throw a perception real quick. We'll do that.
Okay.
Go the old school rap.
18.
18. Okay. You do catch another small cluster of Trumbeak, currently feeding a picky peck.
Ow.
Milo, you want to
Never
check this
mind.
out?
I'm gonna look away before I throw up.
Yeah, Milo, you're like, that's the circle of life, of course. As the picky peck's like, yes, feed me.
Feeding the baby birds.
This is my life.
I'll feed you, baby birds.
Just nature being neat.
Yeah, and you see one of these Trumbeaks is missing a toe. He rolled really high. One seems to be missing a toe and is kind of ruffled on one side of it. One of its wings seems a little banged up, and it's sitting in the same tree on the same branches, but a couple inches away from the others.
He's the ugly duckling.
Or the slacking.
Punched him.
Yeah, right out of the sky.
Eated him.
Yeah. He's in the way.
Just squeezed him for all of his juices and then threw him away.
Yeah.
Milo, what do you think's up with that scruffy-looking one?
Can I assess?
Doing his
Make-
expert bird.
Do a
assessment.
roll that you think would make sense to do.
Bird handling.
What do you want to do about it?
He handles birds.
I want to look at the temperament of it and the other ones to see if it's like being neglected or if
Okay.
it's still like part of the group or
Sure.
what.
I thought it was being fed.
Do one of
No.
your one of your skill rolls that you think would work with that, and give it to me at advantage because it's related to a bird.
Thought it was like
Trumbeak.
is
Oh.
feeding a picky peck, but then there's this janky
Another-
looking one that's like
Yeah.
kind of the same brand.
Okay.
Beat up.
Crit.
He loves birds.
Wow.
examines
Okay. You can tell the feather pattern on the picky peck is not. It's not a descendant of the Trumbeak that's sort of sitting there. That one seems to just be chilling. You get that one right away. You're like, okay, so this is just an unrelated Trumbeak. The sort of damage.
So smart.
Yeah. The damage on one of its wings is reminiscent of a bird flying and then suddenly hitting something it wasn't expecting to at speed.
Like a window, yeah.
Or
Ow.
potentially
Hit a
given
window, just
Yeah.
snap its neck and go.
potentially given where you are, it may have hit vines or perhaps a tree system that may have rapidly sprouted up while it was flying. As for the toe being gone, it seems like a very old injury. It seems to be fully healed over, and the Trumbeak is just standing naturally with it. And that Trumbeak seems to just be kind of chilling on the branch, being like, this seems like a safe place to be. I'm just going to be here.
What?
It's Two-Toe Johnson.
What eats a Trumbeak toe?
What eats a Trumbeak?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the natural 20, you should know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a carnivine.
Wow.
That's highly
Just
unfortunate.
got snapped like.
It flew in there to try to steal the bug that was being
enough.
eaten.
Yeah.
Gregory?
Not Gregory. Not
Hot Greg.
Not Hot Greg. Hot Greg would never do such a thing.
Yes, he would. Greg! You don't know Hot Greg. You don't get that name
Hot
for
Greg
nothing.
is actually a savage. That's how he gets so hot.
That's how he gets
He's a Chad.
so hot.
I will
Chad.
I will caw doot doot at it and see if it
Yeah,
If it
I'll say
responds.
carrying from your natty 20.
Yeah.
It looks down and doot, doot,
Yep.
and will fly to a lower branch kind of near you. Seems to fly just fine. even though one of its wings is a little scuffed.
Impressive.
Bentley will scan.
And I will hold out my arm
Yeah.
and have a handful of treats. Doot, doot.
And it just kind of floats in place in front of you, just doot, doot, and just slurps up a couple of the treats.
Can the decks take photographs?
Yeah.
I will do that. Look at it feed.
National
Geographic's gonna love this.
Like trying to show everyone. They're like,
Yes.
get out of
I
here,
don't
kid.
care.
I'm gonna start selling these photographs.
But yeah, it will eat the treats, and then after about 30 seconds of sustained flight, it looks a little shaky, and it, out of necessity, lands on your glove.
Oh.
And kind of like ruffles its wings a little bit, and then just kind of sits there.
Ow.
I want to see,
Bird brand.
because this species is known to be able to also spit at high speeds. I will grab a handful of some of my oats that I have,
Yeah.
and I'll take like 3, and
Yeah.
I'll go doo, 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 with my mouth, and then I'll offer some to him and see if, or it, and
Yeah.
see if they do it.
Get out a little tin can and have him go.
It will collect several of the oat seeds. And you're like, I don't think it got it. After about a minute of waiting,
Who's shooting? And I duck down.
and they pepper into a nearby. They hit a nearby tree, and some of the bark kind of splinters out and embeds like
Sweet.
a few inches into the tree.
I'm gonna turn to CJ and be like,
Impressive, sir.
why?
I'm gonna. You'll see that I'm currently trying to stand on top of Slurp, who's in a ball. And I was gonna try to do that thing.
Why are you shooting your
I'm
gun?
not doing anything.
Stand on his wings like that one like hoverboard thing.
Literally doing nothing.
You look at him, he's doing something even
God
more
da-
stupid.
What?
Trying
What
to
do
juggle
I
his
do?
I could
knives.
very easily
What
break
did
his
I
arm
do?
just
Damn
falling. It's not me.
Did literally nothing.
Who's shooting?
Why are you yelling at me?
It was this,
Phoebe, come check it out.
this
Look.
big bird. He can rapid fire.
Look at that
seeds.
tree.
Wow, you messed up that tree.
Yeah, watch. I'll
That's-
give him some
wow.
more.
Got some distance too. That thing's
Yeah.
pretty far off.
Jeez,
Plucks up a couple of the seeds and then just sits there.
is it gonna do it?
I'll go.
Take cover!
And just fires into
it's
another
okay.
tree. And
not
a bunch
aiming at
more
you.
bark comes shooting off of that tree. And
Just on the ground in the fetal position. Like shooting the opposite direction. Like, oh god.
Wow,
as out of the tree that it's been shooting at,
you could take some
you
lessons,
see a
CJ.
small bug-like creature surrounded in a leaf that just kind of goes and falls out, and you can see one of the little seed bullets kind of hit it in the face.
Oh no!
As the Trumbeak flies over and consumes it.
Oh, sick.
Bentley's just
That was sick.
taking nature photos.
I was just about to.
Wow.
That was sick.
Okay.
What kind of Pokemon was that?
That Pokemon had a bad
That
day.
it ate?
It got
Yeah.
a bullet to the
happened
head
too
and then
fast.
just was swallowed
I
whole.
didn't
Yep.
catch
Was
it.
I able to scan it?
Give me a dexterity check.
Dexterity.
Can you do it in time?
Yeah, how fast were you?
Ooh, I was quick with the quickness.
It's pretty high. I'm going to ask you for a 16.
That's an 18.
18. It was a Sawaddle.
And I'll just
It is no longer alive.
I'll just show CJ like
It has been consumed.
Nice.
As after about
Alright.
after maybe a couple seconds, the sort of leaf coil just goes and just spits out the sort of leaf around.
Sick.
This is a mostly carnivorous bird.
it's really rough being a bug.
That bird
Yeah.
is a gun that eats stuff. Super cool. Super cool.
That's insane. Can I pick up the leaf?
Yeah, it's like a little bit covered in some ichor, but yeah.
Interesting. Maybe I can use this later.
Okay, you just put it in there. It's covered in like
Circumstantial.
yeah,
You guys want
it's
some lettuce wraps?
it is covered in what is left of a Sawaddle, like because it's the thing that kind of goes around its neck. So
Yeah.
you've got a little bit of like cartilage structure on there.
Oh, no.
And you're like, okay.
I mean, I'm not touching that part, but
I will make this into a collar on my shirt.
For Sage.
It's a little ascot, but Sage is just wearing the neck ring of a. It's horrifying.
Savage.
I mean, that's just as bad as wearing like those crowns
Sage
from
wearing
the
it as like a
Sneasel.
visor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bone, actual bone crowns, like.
No lie.
I'll just study it later.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, the Trumbeak will chill with you
Sure,
guys.
I rate that.
I'll say we're getting later and later into the evening. We are fast approaching the time where the manor door would open for you if it is your wish to camp in the manor.
Is that what happens with Fampy when they do rollout? Their ears stay out?
No, I was totally kidding.
Yeah. You're
I
like
think it's real
I
if
was
you
like, oh
want.
shit.
you're like hoverboard,
That's actually-
and
that's
Slurp
so
is like
much
I
easier.
If they
anatomically
did,
no.
they would
roll.
spin with.
Yeah.
Genetically I can't do
It
that.
just stays there.
He's like, I am not actually a wheel. That doesn't work.
Not
Please
yet.
do not try this.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna try to ride him though
Okay.
while he's rolling.
Why do you
I'm
keep
gonna like,
directing-
I'm gonna be like, hey, don't go
Hide
like
your
super
Pokemon.
fast because I'm gonna try to like run on top of you while you're going.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, and then Slurp, give me a strength saving throw.
Let's go.
CJ, you don't have the coordination for this.
You don't know. I can ride a
I
skateboard
need-
and a snowboard.
yeah. Are
you shooting your gun?
Much more.
I
I could
need-
probably ride Slurp.
I need
could
Slurp
probably
to roll at least a 15. I need CJ to
Sick.
roll at least a 15.
We totally did not do
Okay.
It's
So-
real bad.
yeah, CJ got an 8, and Slurp, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Slurp is a
It
small
worse.
creature, and you are a medium boy.
Yeah.
No, boy.
And you are trying to run on top of a small creature who might be able to hold you up for a couple seconds.
Slurp got a 6.
A 6. Yeah, you go, all right, I'm going to try to ride you. And he goes, and just flattens out, and you fall flat on your face.
Oh, sorry, dude.
As he's like, just starts rolling around in the soil on the floor.
Nice.
Cool. I
Make
thought
the
that was
most
gonna
of it.
work better than it
You
did.
should make a mudslide for CJ. And slide down it.
I was gonna have Crash do that, like make a slip and slide out of
Yeah,
the mud,
out of
but
the mud.
like
Yeah.
I didn't want to mess up.
Slurp
the...
begins just taking in
As
the
long as you
mud
do
while
it
you're
on
talking.
one side of the path.
Well, that's what I was gonna do, but then I was like, yeah, they're gonna yell at me though. But you already yelled at me anyway,
It's
so
true.
what am I caring
Yeah.
for?
What does it matter?
I wasn't even doing anything that affects you, and you still yelled at me.
You're the one with the gun.
What? Why do you think I
Well,
would just be randomly
Ansem.
shooting the gun?
Ansem has a gun.
You did this
CJ,
morning.
you get
That was in the
coated.
manor. Nothing was
true.
gonna happen.
Yeah, CJ, you get coated in mud.
Sick.
As Slurp has just been drinking in all of the
probably
sort of
feel
mud
better.
and soil around
It
you.
cools you
And
off.
just
I feel great.
While
Yeah.
you're arguing with Phoebe, you just get all up the side of you as Slurp just goes,
Hey, even when I was hot, I still felt good. I like this jungle.
Yeah.
It's nice out here.
Slurp is now just
I mean, it
head
is-
to toe muddy. And he's like,
Yeah.
Does the temperature dip at all because the sun's going
it
down?
does begin to get substantially cooler.
It's negative
Okay.
10 now, so.
Oh boy.
It is now negative 30 degrees Celsius.
all the humidity just
Wow, I
crystallizes
don't know what
into
that
ice.
is in
Animal
Fahrenheit.
that lived here is now dead.
Zero.
Including us.
I think it's
We're
0
now
degrees
frozen in
Fahrenheit.
carbonate.
Shit.
Everything in the jungle. Carbonite. Just all of them.
Oh.
Big concrete plate.
This is a Willy Wonka jungle.
Yes, there's Oompa Loompas
wonky
tending
Willy.
to the statue garden.
All right, no.
None of this is true.
You're not sure? Yeah, you don't like that?
Yeah, as the temperature continues to
It's a whole
drop,
different story.
to put it in actual Fahrenheit terms, it very rapidly goes from probably like mid 80s high humidity to
How many cups of water is that?
probably like 60 degrees as the sun starts to go down.
Bentley will put his shirt back on.
Everybody,
Put your clothes back on, kids.
everybody but Phoebe, who has been sweating all day.
I have been.
I need a Constitution saving throw as the temperature begins to drop.
Fun fact: D doesn't sweat, so
60.
Because you are now
You're like Prince Andrew. You don't have sweat glands.
It's a 9 from Bentley.
9.
Did you say
Okay.
Constitution? I
Constitution.
crit, but CJ got a 21.
Whoa. Okay.
11.
Well, you're in the mud.
Oh, whoa, wow.
You're insulated.
CJ,
It'd be more cold.
you're used to living out in the woods.
Don't bother me.
This is nothing new to you. You know not to overexert yourself in the day because if you're sweaty and then it becomes nighttime, no matter where you are, you kind of risk exposure and
That's why you're
hypothermia.
covered in mud.
Anybody else who got below a 13, which I think is everybody.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Even you, D?
Yeah. So the other three of you immediately begin shivering, and you're like, as soon as the sun drops and you're not in direct sunlight, it starts getting real cold. You guys get the shivers real bad because all of your shirts are just drenched with sweat from walking all day. And you're kind of like, oh, man. CJ, somehow the mud that Slurp threw on you must have been like warm and coated. And you're like, this is helping. This is great, Slurp. Thank you.
Chilling.
Bentley will send out Mortar and then just like hug Mortar for the warmth.
Okay.
Cold boy, you gonna try to set the jungle on fire?
As Mortar's like holding his tail in and it's like, as his head's just emitting little flames. He's like,
cold. He's got like freezing all of a sudden.
Reminds me of the show.
It's not even that cold.
Doesn't fireproof the curtains.
Hot all day and I was sweating and now it's cold and I'm not sweating. And
All right, well, Big Duck, be careful. Set the jungle on fire.
Mortar's fine.
All right.
We're in a clearing anyway.
All right.
Just walk in the mud.
Manor's opening though.
at around this time.
Yeah, I mean,
the
we
manor
can go in the
door.
manor.
The manor door will appear to you.
For
If it is your wish to go inside, you may.
Is Phoebe required to go in for others to go in?
No.
Yes.
Phoebe is just required to exist
I
for the
changed
manor
the
to
rules.
exist.
Yeah, so don't shoot
Are
me.
we camping out or?
I
are
kind of
we-
want to.
I kind of do too, but I got to do something real quick.
I mean, I feel fine.
You do have an
you gotta go to
hour
the
to
bathroom?
run in,
You have to
take care of things, and get out if you
All right,
want
I'm
to
gonna
camp
run
under
in,
the
take
stars.
a shower.
I mean, I was gonna ask Ruby to make me some food. Like,
Yeah.
so we got time,
That's true.
right?
Yeah.
A snack.
Yeah, I was just gonna eat.
I'm
going
gonna
to
stay in there tonight, but I do want to camp here. We'll have more
What?
nights than just this. But
Oh, I see. I was like, I
I'm
don't
gonna
get how you want to do
camp, like,
both at the same
I'll camp
every night.
I'll camp
Gotcha.
out tonight too.
I mean, are we good to like just camp? Like, can we just continue to do that, or do we need to like stay in the manor? And, well, I mean, we have to stay here, right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
good.
Yeah, it doesn't
I don't
matter.
understand your question, but it sounds like you figured it out.
Yeah.
I'd be good to camp too. I mean, I'm just
Talking
having
about
fun
it, I figured it out.
scanning things and getting more Pokedex entries.
We haven't done a watch in a while, and I feel like that'd be fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we've been pretty privileged.
Take shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna go eat though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to do something real quick, and then I'm good.
I'll take a shower.
I'm gonna run inside and imagine that I'm completely clean and have my clothes back on.
Okay. You
What? You
think
did have your
you
clothes
think
on.
real hard, and a shower appears in front of you.
Just gonna like walk through it.
Yeah.
Be completely.
You
Clean.
just get power washed, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
fully
And
dry.
then, yeah, the big
clothes back
dryer.
on.
No. Here's what
Boom.
happens: a chair comes up, and you go through a kid-sized car wash where it sprays you with soap, and then big brushes come
Yes.
down. Because
That's
that's
exactly
what CJ
correct.
would want to do.
That's exactly correct.
Yeah.
Huge force dryers. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like I just imagine it and it happens.
Yeah.
There's a process
Yeah.
to it.
Exactly. Yeah, a big
leaf blowers to the face.
Right.
just-
Yeah, a sit-in boy wash appears, and you're just like, great.
Sit in boy wash.
Yep.
Oh
Love that.
boy, that's
Love that
I
term.
don't, but
I absolutely
it's been
love that
said.
term, and it is happening.
I hate it, but it's been said.
It's just that weird guy who keeps paying Justin to wash his trucks.
Sit in boy wash. Get in there, all nice and deep.
No, nice and deep black. Bentley
all
will-
proceeds go to the Boy Scouts.
but not.
Hey, Drew,
Fingering
Yes.
his belt.
how long does it take to make the Blackwater ball?
So
Longer than an hour?
Yeah,
I
that
figured
was
as
that was
much.
like a 6-hour process
I
to
figured
work
as
the
much.
amberite. Yeah,
Oh boy.
I figured as much. It was a long time. Okay.
yeah.
That checks off one thing then that I'm not going to do. Okay.
Bentley will go into the manor, take a hot shower, imagine a delicious peanut butter and jelly with some moo moo milk, and scarf down, and then get ready for a nice camping night that he hasn't done in a while.
All right, Ansem will not be camping. Ansem very happily is like, oh, thank God. Walks
me out of
inside and just immediately is like, oh, just goes into his room.
Bentley
And you
will,
see the similar like arc welding sparks almost immediately. He's like,
Yes,
I
back to work.
crave work.
unnaturally quick. Like,
Yeah.
you see his hand closing the door, and the second it clicks, it's like,
He's
How'd
in
that
there.
happen?
He's in there developing Ultron. He's like, I need more hands.
Sick.
This is what he's wanted.
Who is camping out and who is camping in?
Well, is it a thing of if you're in there?
If you're in, you're in for 12 hours.
till
so we all are stuck in there because we all went in.
There's no just the
No, you have an hour.
The door is open.
Oh, we have an
The
hour.
door is open for an hour
It's
where you
not
can
gonna
choose.
It's
But
not
once you're in, if that door closes, you're in unless Phoebe
Okay.
drops the manor. But you guys have no way to communicate through that barrier. So if you're in, whoever's out is out.
I think we all
And
went
whoever's
didn't
in
we?
is in.
I'm out.
No, we're out.
no,
'Cause I
they
know-
went. They
No,
went.
you
There
were
is-
in for a little bit.
Yeah, there is
yeah.
desire to go
And
in,
they're
clean
not
up, get
staying in.
food, go
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Bentley's outside setting up his tent.
This is.
We're saying
Yes.
the same thing, guys.
Yes. You're all saying the same thing.
Let's all take a turn. Say it.
I'm just curious. Final decisions. Who's staying in the manor? Who's
Okay,
staying
I
out of
I
the
guess the
manor?
three of us and the two of them.
Okay, you guys are staying in. You guys are going out.
No. I'll go back out, but I'm
Okay,
gonna take a
so
shower,
it's just
eat some
Milo.
food,
Okay.
read some of my book.
Okay.
When I'll take the book
Perfect.
out. I'll take
Which
it out.
book
Why
are you
not just
reading?
shower and book at the same time? Cut
Which
two birds
book
with one
are you
stone.
reading?
Just
Yeah,
imagine
dude,
a waterproof
may have it
version
there.
of the
Book
book.
No,
Yeah.
you just
the
imagine.
original on your shelf.
You just create Audible, sponsored,
Sponsor.
and use code Phoebe. And it won't work. It won't work. It's not a thing.
What if it did?
Listen, I'm just
It's like
saying.
Phoebe Bridgers.
She's
got like an audio.
I love that. I actually love
Personally,
Audible.
I do too. So sponsor deal.
Sponsor
What
deal.
are these people using my code?
Call me.
Like kickback.
Yeah, talk to me. Oh, come on.
The O is a zero.
But yeah, Phoebe, which book would you read?
The same one. Because I didn't finish it.
Okay. So we are reading The Moonlit Day, correct?
Yes.
Very good. Yeah, you get a
Phoebe
little bit.
Wilhite, I finish books before starting new ones.
Yeah.
Unlike in real life.
Jinkies. Okay. I'll say
Yeah.
within the manner you get through. Phoebe's probably a quick reader.
I'm like-
I'll say even through that whole thing, you get through like 30 more pages. You're kind of chunking through.
Okay.
As time has gone on, the Wood Elves name has been fully dropped because it would be the same thing as if somebody were to come to be like, yeah, you believe in elves? No. Yes, they're a cool like fantasy idea, but no. Mm-hmm. But the Wood Elves moniker has been dropped, and a lot of people have forgotten sort of what they were about, but it seems as though the author of this book refers to them as the Quiver as things go on.
Okay.
The Wood Elves that fought off the sort of extraterrestrial threat and then disappeared alongside them do appear to have been called the Quiver back in the day. Whether or not it's the same organization, it's hard to say. Been 100 years. To Phoebe's mind, none of the members could possibly still be alive. And nobody has seen any members of that organization since. But that's kind of what you get through before it's time to head back outside if you wanted to do that.
Okay. I'm still gonna take the book with me.
Perfect. Yeah. And we'll cover a little more if you want to keep
Okay.
reading in the night.
Yeah.
But in that little brief moment where you're like, rather than me just giving you like an entire lore dump of this book,
Yeah.
we'll do it in pieces.
Sounds good.
I will leave Neek in the manor.
Okay.
I'll let him kind of do whatever sort of tinkering stuff that he wants, finish up his sketches.
Yeah.
Do that kind of sort of deal.
He's like,
Home sweet home. Like I love the jungle, but I've been domesticated. I'll be honest.
He just knows domestic.
He's like, I don't think I could be outside anymore. This is great.
And if I want to, I can just think of it.
As he's just like, and a little juice box
Yeah,
appears.
I
He's
mean-
like,
Kicks
This
up in
is
his
the
hammock,
life.
puts
Yeah.
on a little
Yeah.
TV. And
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
Bob Marley playing in the background.
Nice.
he'll kick on, he's just watching like Gilligan's Island or something. I don't know what Nick watches.
Love Island.
He's gonna sit
He's watching
down
Golden
at his
Girls.
desk, his table, and he's gonna pull out his box. He's gonna open it. He's gonna get out his papers.
He's watching
He's
X
gonna
Files.
sprinkle some in there. He's gonna lick
Oh
it.
no! No! Listen, it's implied. Okay, we don't have to say it.
But I
Yeah,
will.
Nick watches the next episode of Golden Girls. He's on season 6.
Oh, dude.
I don't know how many seasons there are.
Who's your favorite
I
character?
apologize.
I don't know how many seasons.
I don't even know the names of the characters, but apparently they're the perfect D&D party. The Golden Girls is how they claim them to be, or is like what it's based
Well,
off
let's
of.
test it out.
It's crazy.
We gotta play it out.
Golden Girls RP.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a whole thing behind it. I don't remember it like in detail, but that's apparently like the thing. Regardless, yeah, he'll finish up like the designs and stuff like that. I'll shower, eat, all that fun stuff, and then I will, with what little time that I have left, I'm going to kind of morph some of these scraps that I have just into different sort of like Pokeballs and stuff like that to kind of fiddle with.
Sure.
That'll be it. Do you want me to make a check for that real quick or no?
No, I'll say
Okay.
it's easy enough given an hour. You can do it. If you're trying to do it quickly, be like, ah! But if you take your time with it.
Yeah, just enough time before we have to pop on out.
Yep.
That'll-
Perfection.
That'll be it for me.
Okay. CJ goes through the car wash.
Yep.
Bentley, handling anything in the manor before you head out?
No, just having a wash and then eating, and then I'm gonna
Can't
go
be
out,
out there washing dishes in
and
the dark.
set up my tent, and as I'm setting it up, I'll have mortar kind of settling in outside the tent, and I'll have Evinrude like taking a roost up in the height of the trees for a rest, and then Nipsey Tallulah making like a tunnel bed area next to the tent. And then inside the tent, I'll just have Yamask hanging from like the ceiling of the tent, getting ready to sleep.
Okay. He'll affix his little arms. And then the biggest arm on the bottom is just coiled around the rock.
Tracks.
Gross.
With every exhale.
Yeah, I'm just setting up my tent area, and then all my Pokemon are setting up for the night.
Okay. Milo, will you be handling anything special in the manor? And do you bring the Trumbeak with you?
Yes.
Okay. It's quite keen to just like rest with you for a bit. It seems a little winded.
Okay.
It's just like, man, you live here. What the heck?
In the jungle? I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Prime real estate.
He's like, how have I never seen this before? I fly through here all the time. I feel like I would have noticed a space this large. This is nice.
I'm gonna gather all my bird pals.
Okay.
Sans Wadsworth.
Okay.
And
Rude.
he's
doing things.
yeah,
He's doing things
Still.
and stuff.
unavailable.
He could have been invited.
He could have, but he doesn't want to. So
All right.
And then
Fair.
my
Fair.
apologies. Please refresh my memory of what you left for him last time.
the two zinc shakers.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
And then a note.
Very good.
Yes. That were like
When you come
Yeah,
back
yeah,
into
yeah.
your room,
uh-huh.
there is a similar little note.
Mhm.
Just says thank you, and then there's a big duck print on there, and then there's an empty
Ow.
bottle of one of the zinc shakers.
Oh, okay, that helped. Cool. Or not.
Just
Or he
for
just
the
dumped it
protein.
off the cliff and
He's
was-
just like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. It's like Santa's cookies over here.
He's like, Titania, here, take it. I don't care. And Titania's like, strong. Yeah.
I'm gonna get all my bird pals.
Perfect.
And introduce them to Trumbeak. And then
There's a mixture of bird calls in your room. It's magical in there.
love it. Thinking back on the day and the lots of pondering on today's walk, thinking about the slacking and the origins of Shimmer and that big bird being similar, we have this big feather that I've been holding on to, and it makes
Yeah.
me feel good. I like it, but
It does.
it did make Bullet like really fast briefly. It
Made
did
him
some
very
stuff.
fast.
So I kind of want to debrief them and be like, hey, we're going to do some tests this evening and see, maybe try to figure out what this does. And we'll just pass it around and
Okay.
do some basic training exercises.
Sure.
One with, one without
Okay.
the feather, and see
Yeah.
what transpires.
Okay, so let's just do that real quick. Who would start the test, and what sort of test would you run?
It would be Monty would go first.
Okay.
And it is going to be a flight course.
Okay.
Some through the hoops that are hanging, and around some of the trees. And there's one on top of my tree house that they have to do a big loop through.
Okay.
And then come and land on my glove without knocking me over.
Okay. Monty, give me a performance check real quick.
Finesse.
So you're gonna add 2 because of your charisma.
19.
19. Monty does really, really well on that
19?
first test. His baseline, he's like, this is the drill we've been running. I'm ready. This is my jam.
Cool.
Easy peasy.
Does he touch the feather?
Yeah, now he's going to do one with the feather.
Okay.
Yeah.
Monty,
Yeah.
your fly speed,
Uh-huh.
60 feet.
Okay.
Give me another performance check.
17.
Okay. You almost miss your mark because you're going too fast. But as you fly through these slalom gates, you're like, this is kind of nice. I could get used to this. And as you land, nothing seems to change for you.
Okay.
You seem to still be enjoying the benefits of quite fast flying.
Okay. Are we just going to do this a lot right now?
For
or-
the sake of brevity,
Okay.
any bird of yours that does this drill
Okay.
adds 20 feet to their fly speed, which
Okay.
I will represent for you on there. Up to and including Titania, if you would have her do it.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah, I would have Titania do it. Atticus would do it. Moonraker, Shimmer, everybody.
Okay, so
Nice.
Titania now has a 30-foot fly speed.
Like, and they're keeping it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I will adjust those for you on your sheets. Any bird that touches it, because it's been a while since we've dealt with this thing, but that's what it does.
Jeez Louise.
It vastly improves your fly speed. So Shimmer, now being a tiny bird, has a 60-foot fly speed.
Good
God.
Damn. And Atticus touches it too.
Yeah, I'd have all of them
So
do
both
it.
of them have a 60-foot fly.
Oh my goodness.
He was just like bippity boppity boo.
Just spinning around. Bop-a-da-boo, da
As they're flying. But yes, Titania seems to be grasping the finer elements of flight.
Interesting.
Titania.
Trumbeak would also, as a guest, be able to partake.
Yeah. As Trumbeak makes contact with it, that wing kind of flutters back out. It still looks a little scuffed and scarred, but it doesn't seem to have an issue flying anymore. And it's like, and it seems like very excited. I'll give you that much. You've hung out with these things enough. Those caca-doot-doots are quite excited.
Okay. Well,
He's popped.
it seems that has kind of run its course then.
Yeah, I'll say that probably takes you a couple hours to run everybody through, do the time trial,
Yeah.
then the test, and then some analysis, make sure they're okay. They kind of get used to their new fly speeds.
Now go touch Ansem with it.
Ansem's just like, gotta go fast. Yeah.
Just develops a jetpack.
Finally.
I'm out of here. So yeah, Monty now has a 60-foot fly speed, which is exciting.
Wowza.
Bullet, same deal, has a 60-foot fly speed. Titania has 30 feet. Moonraker. Whoops, my bad. 50-foot fly speed. Put that on there.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Shimmer, 60 foot. Atticus, 60 foot. And Trumbeak has improved by 20 feet as well.
Okay.
We'll deal with that if we have to.
I want to ask before they leave, specifically D. I'm gonna do some team building tonight. But I do want to camp out next time.
Uh-huh.
But Pip's in here. Do you want me to keep the stone in here? Or do you want me to bring it back out in the morning? I mean, like, we can put it in your room or whatever. I don't know if you want to like keep toting it around or if you want to keep it in here.
Let's just leave it in here because Neek's got to finish up the whole arm guard for slacking.
Do you want me to leave it with Neek so he has got measurements?
Yeah.
Just keep it wrapped or do you
Yeah.
want me to just put it in like a safe?
Let's put it in a safe for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell Neek that if he needs it, he can get it,
Okay.
but to wear gloves
Well,
and
let's
like
just
protective gear.
thunk, and I'll make a non-potent like magical replica.
Okay, yeah.
Good call.
Good call. Good call.
Yep.
I like that.
And then I'll just take it to Neek and be like, "This is for your design. Use this for slacking."
He's like, this is really big.
Yeah, pick it
How
up.
big is the
It's
Oh,
really light.
you haven't.
how big is the gauntlet that you want?
And I'll tap the
He's
ball
like, I know
on the
you've
side.
talked about a glove.
Even though I'm pretty sure he might have met him.
Oh, he
I
did.
think-
Yeah,
I think
he
in a
did.
more
He did.
peaceful situation, he's like
Oh yeah.
taking in just the size of the hand. He's like,
So it's about that big, buddy. Do you need measurements real quick before we go?
Nope. Got it.
Like 17 of
as the slacking is in your room, just
I'm gonna extend the roof.
hunched down. He's like,
Home. Safe.
heart.
he'll pat you on the back as it like launches you forward. You're like, whoa! Holds out just massive finger to Neek, who's like,
Hey, there.
New buddy.
Oh.
New buddy. We're good. And pretty much D's gonna talk to him like a toddler, being like,
he's like touching on the walls. He's
Yeah.
like, no trees.
he'll put his hand on one of the back wall, and it'll kind of like open up into like a small forest for him.
A Donkey Kong banana room.
The money thing, but
And almost immediately he walks in and he's like, food, and turns around and there's just this big pile of berries. And he's like, and lurches over there, kind of takes a break, gets winded. And just starts eating berries.
I should probably just leave him in here tonight so he can just eat. All right. Neek, babysitting duty. Sorry, buddy.
He's like, all right. As Cooper just goes, runs out there and dives into the berry pile. Slacking's like, whoop! And they seem to be having a great time. And
Yeah.
Sneak's like, all right.
You got a puppy for the puppy. It's good.
Yeah, and I'm
a
just
great idea.
Before we go, I'm going to look at Slacking and being like, friends, protect. Yeah, and then I'll be like, break anybody who hurts. I love it. No.
Apes together.
I'm
Strong.
Oh, that makes them like break what?
Break our enemies. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
He's like, no break. No break, only poke.
He's like, we are friends, love together, and you're like, crush our enemies.
He's like, I think I'm turning over a new non-violent leaf. Yeah, kill anyone that enters this room.
God.
Yeah. From your brief interactions with Slacking, he seems very non-violence oriented.
Mm-hmm.
He
Only
just
when he needs
startles
to be.
easily.
Yeah.
He's big. He's a big guy.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
knows. He's like, if I fight you, you will die. I don't want this.
We're gonna go to Alluvia.
Just
He's
big.
gonna carry D up a skyscraper.
And there's gonna be biplanes flying around, and they're gonna be like, "Put the boy down."
Bad news.
And with kind of figuring out that about Slacking, I'm gonna give him his name, and I'll explain it to him. I'm gonna call him Powder Keg, or
He's
Keg,
like-
Keg for short. Yeah, you like it? It's good. Eat. Just enjoy. Beautiful. Stop. It's not.
Besties.
All right. Have a good night. Be nice to Cooper. Stop.
As
Not in the
Cooper's
face.
just big smile. He's loving every second. He's like,
How cute.
He just stretches him.
Yep. It's like a little silly putty boy.
All right. Have fun. Bye,
A
guys.
silly putty boy.
And I'll leave them to their own device.
As Neek's looking at this crystal that's like twice his height, he's like,
All right. It's always something new. Okay.
It's experience, buddy.
Yep.
True
And I'll
that.
just
he's
leave.
he's picking up a little bit of D's like casual, like, yeah, no problem, D. We'll just make you whatever this is. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah. And then after that conversation with you,
Yeah.
I'll head out.
All right. Yeah, Pip is very happy when you take the saddlebags off. He's like, all right, cool. I've been like leaning to one side. There's been like something in the pack. He's like, it's not even that heavy. He's just like,
Thanks for carrying it. I appreciate it. Yeah.
he'll do the thing where like he kind of horse gums the top of your head, but doesn't like bite you. But it's just like, it's a little uncomfortable, but it's his customary greeting.
Well, good. Let's head in there and you can use your new toilet.
What?
He runs in and sees the little the topiary of a Nuzleaf, begins chewing upon it, and there's just this interdimensional space right beneath the ladder where Pip has been leaving horse apples for Milo forever. It was a random thing decided in downtime, and it was one of my favorite little
All right.
details, is that Pip has been continuously just leaving his poo right below the ladder to Milo's
So I
treehouse.
step in it every morning when I climb down.
Yeah,
Oh.
because Pip can't go up there, so he just goes. Just in protest
annoyance.
every day, just
Spite poop.
and then walks
Yeah.
away.
I'm not
Yeah.
allowed in the treehouse.
He's spooping.
This is what's happening.
Yeah, he's like, build me a ladder, coward. I will do it.
Which you could. This
I will
is the
an-
manner.
I will
You
answer
could make a
all of the
ramp
centaur
for
questions.
Yeah. No, we made a
Yeah.
magic toilet instead.
Yeah.
If he poops in the designated pooping spot, it sprouts a topiary Nuzleaf, and he can eat the big leaf on its
Oh,
head,
nice.
like he wanted to on the reserve.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Noise.
Very good. Outside crew.
Hello.
We doing watches? We just camping out? We having fun? We making a fire? We just chilling?
I'm gonna do
Literally?
one more thing after. Do this.
Sure.
and
Yeah.
I think
we'll jump back
we-
to you real quick, but
We'll have a little fire going with our tent surrounding it, and then we can divvy up watches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do not have a
yeah.
tent, so I sleep under the stars and humidity.
Okay.
You don't have a
I
tent?
could be second watch.
It is.
Something I don't have.
Yeah, mercifully for you guys, as the sun kind of goes down, the mist remains, but it's not as humid, so to speak. It's just misty. So you're not like sweating profusely, but it is damp everywhere.
I can have Sage make you like a little covering.
I mean, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Sleep in that.
I'm good with that. All natural.
He's
Yeah.
like,
I'm down for it.
any interest in a yurt? Anybody want one?
A little hammock.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. Yeah, Sage can oblige.
Sage.
He just goes, others. And this little leafy hammock shows up for you.
Awesome.
Little cabana.
Does it come with a cabana boy serve drinks? No.
No.
My
No,
shirt
you-
is off.
Your shirt's off?
No, but there's like a
Sold.
leaf with a like a leaf platter with berries.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll
That's
allow
very
it.
nice.
Wow.
Sage, no, he's
Sage
a
went
great
into the-
host, okay?
He went in the manor and he's like, daiquiris?
Yeah.
Daiquiri?
Makes his way back outside. Yeah, I'll allow it.
They're virgin daiquiris.
Which watch did you want to take, Ben?
I can take second.
All right, I'll do first unless CJ or Phoebe want to stop me.
Nah, I want some sleep.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are only obligated to do 2 if you push it. You could do
Oh.
3 if you want to be like more comfortable. You could be 4 if you want to just be like crazy.
Does anyone not want to do a watch?
I mean, Phoebe just said that she wants to sleep.
I want to sleep right now.
Oh.
I want to sleep
Okay,
right
so
now.
are we doing? How many are we doing? 3, 2,
Well,
3?
let's do 1, 2, 3, and then you can decide whether or not you want to give one to Phoebe.
Sounds good.
AKA she can
Yeah, yeah.
kick you under the
Yeah,
table.
because you
with that.
have.
Yeah, yeah.
You can just
Full-
wake up and do watch whenever.
Yeah,
It's
because
true.
full disclosure, you guys are out for 12 hours a night. You're out from
Yeah,
7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
yeah.
So you only need to sleep for 8,
Okay.
but you'll be out there for 12. So however you want to break the watches
So
up.
just 4 hours
If you want to
each.
do, if
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
do 3 4-hour watches, 4 3-hour
Let's do
watches,
that.
whatever you want to do. If you want to be awake but not really watching and read a book, work on a design, whatever you want to do, totally fine. That way it's just out there. Because it's been a while since you guys have done camping and watches.
Indeed.
A little rusty.
Yeah, it's been
Do it to
it's
it,
been like
D.
almost 30 sessions or something crazy.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a hot minute since you guys have been outside. Like
You're
me.
going first. You're going first.
So I'm gonna go sleep and pee.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Very sneaky. Very sneaky,
Well
Phoebe.
done. Well done.
Okay, in that case, because we're going to be jumping into the first watch, what we'll do is when everything is settled, we will deal with what Milo is working on inside. And then we'll handle first watch stuff. Then we'll do second watch stuff, and so on. So,
Delete.
before we jump back to the outside squad, Meatloaf Rooster, what else are we
Yes.
handling indoors?
So we are going to have a team building activity,
Okay.
in which myself, Monty, and Violet will be team captains.
Okay.
We'll be
all
drafting the
your
rest
legs
of the
together.
team.
Okay.
Doing a triathlon of sorts, and the winning team will get to powwow and name what our crew is called.
Okay. God, I'm always so thrown off when you're like, I have one more thing I want to do. It's a hacky sack competition. I'm like, I'm in. Okay, I'm in.
It's
What is
gonna
it? What are we doing?
consist of a race.
Okay.
So we're each gonna draft someone to race.
Okay.
There's gonna be a food eating contest
Oh.
and a like archery ranged accuracy contest.
Beautiful.
Triathlon.
Okay.
That was a good order you did that in. I feel like the eating, then the race would have been just who can cramp least.
It's eating while the archery team tries to shoot the food out of your hands.
So
And then you run while they try to shoot you.
in my head, we're each drafting a contestant for each event.
Sure.
And so, like, if let's say
Oh.
Monty gets first draft pick and he picks the bullet because he's the fastest, the other person might pick the best eater.
Okay. I will allow you to determine.
What are team captains?
Myself, Monty, and Violet.
Okay.
Because Monty's fellow team captain and Violet has been around long enough that she would.
Something like this.
She'd be like Monty's right hand kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like
yeah.
that. That's cool.
Hit me up with these draft picks. That one right.
Milo, Monty, Violet.
Yep. So I'm going to do a quick roll to see who gets first pick, though.
Sure.
Do you need the D3?
I'm just going to do this, and
okay.
it's me. Fools.
You rigged it.
I did.
Milo's like,
Suck
all right,
it.
so I'm going to do the
trainer,
flying.
I pick first.
I'm doing everything.
He's going to take the wing and go, I can do it. I can win.
Milo is going to pick, to not play favorites, he's going to take, the Trumbeak.
Hey,
Okay.
Jury Gallimeo.
Very good.
And then, Violet is next.
Okay.
And Violet is going to take Pip for food.
Oh, yeah. Pip's like, we're doing a food contest?
Arjan
right.
is going to start whipping up some food for that, by the way.
Okay. He'll get to work.
Yeah.
Ruby's like, fun.
So
All
the
right.
hot dog eating contest
It's,
in preparation of 4th of July.
yeah. Joey Chestnut's here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll let you know.
Yeah.
You imagine Joey Chestnut is in the manual.
He's just dunking buns in water.
We haven't started yet, Joey.
Wet bread.
That's just like he likes to do.
No.
No hot dog, just wet buns.
No
Just
wet bread.
buns.
None
This
of
is
that.
a warm up.
Gross.
None of that.
So disgusting.
No.
And Monty's going to pick Bullet.
Okay.
Hey, dream team. Is it Serpentine draft?
No, I go next now.
Okay.
Wow, you're really stacking the deck against your partners here.
Of
It's
course.
really fucked.
They have to overcome adversity. That's
Listen,
part of the
he's
team building.
he's inventing this whole thing.
Yeah.
I was
I'll
hoping
allow the rules.
for a Serpentine draft, but
Not a
Monty's
chance.
getting a little
I
shafted here.
don't think Milo watches professional Pokemon sports.
No, I do not. And he is gonna take Shimmer
Okay.
for speed,
Okay.
for racing. And then Violet is gonna take Titania for accuracy, range, to throw those steel wing knives.
Okay.
And then Monty sees a chance with Eunice in food.
Interesting. Okay.
And then that leaves. I'm gonna draft Howl.
Okay.
He's gonna be my eater.
Okay.
Violet needs a speed person. She's gonna go with Atticus.
They're gonna get that.
That's cheating. He's two birds.
Yeah.
Whee!
And they're like, and we both beat you.
Suck it, losers.
Okay.
And leave. Moonraker for Monty to do a water gun practice snipe shot for accuracy range.
Like, yeah.
Very, very cool. Okay. I have an idea of how to do this, and to
Okay.
buy Tia some time to get back out. Round 1.
Okay.
Speed.
Milo's team is looking pretty stacked.
Yep. You know the rules of the race. Trumbeak, Bullet, and Atticus.
Okay.
Roll an entire set of dice each.
Okay. Does anyone want to roll for other people, or otherwise
Sure.
I'll
I'll
collect
roll.
dice?
So,
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Wait,
Why
this
not?
is
An entire set of dice.
race is Trumbeak? I thought Trumbeak
No,
would
no,
be
no,
range.
Shimmer's race.
Shimmer, sorry.
Okay, Shimmer.
I'll do
Against-
Shimmer because Shimmer's on my team.
Okay, so
Right.
it's Shimmer, Bullet, Atticus.
I'll take Atticus.
Go for it.
All right, I'll do my boy Bullet.
Okay, so this is going to be weird because Atticus has a weird rule. Instead of rolling a d20, roll 2 additional d10s. Because anytime you would ever roll a d20 for Atticus, you roll 2 d10s instead.
We are just doing full set like
Yep,
we do.
full sets. Atticus technically has the same amount possible, but just has 2 additional dice. Could get 1 more point than anybody else, but
Ooh, 23, 30.
he's going the distance.
And the D100, we're just doing the one
It
number.
is just the one
Yeah,
number.
okay.
We're not going to add 80 or
Yeah,
100
yeah.
or a million or anything.
Okay, 80, 100 million.
Yes.
47 from Bullet.
20,
Okay.
44 for Atticus.
50.
Shimmer.
Damn it!
That's kind of fitting. Okay.
tight race right
So
there.
we'll say as soon as the metaphorical gun goes off to start the race, Atticus is off like a shot, and they're like, "We are so fast," but they're a tiny creature. As Bullet immediately with like 3 wing beats is right past them, as Shimmer's just like oh, we're having a race. And then does blink burst and just goes and just appears in front of them and shoots off and then passes the finish line. And they're like, is that allowed? And everyone's like, yeah. Bolt's like, I should have just done fly. It's like, that's cheating. Okay.
Very close.
Okay. Outside boys and girl who will return soon. Who's on first watch?
I am.
D. All right, D. Roll me a D12, buddy.
Oh, that's the worst one. 2.
2?
Yeah.
Very good. Are you handling anything on your watch? Or are you just chilling?
Yes, I am going to have. Currently with me is Mute, Biohazard, Doubloon, and Star.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let Star out of the ball for now. And kind of take him back to my old roots instead of using, or I'll use the Pokédex for assistance, but I'll pop out my mom's old journal.
Beautiful.
And begin kind of taking notes, talking with her, figuring out, kind of taking Tom Woods' advice. In like, what does it seem like that she's adapting into? Is it something that she wants to do with me? Is it something that she already has something predetermined? That sort of deal. And kind of just figuring out what genetic code she wants to lean into more heavily than others, or if she wants to stay the way she is.
Okay.
You're counting the types?
8? Are there 8? Am I forgetting somebody?
On Jolteon, Flareon.
Yeah.
Fairy.
The original 3, Espeon, Umbreon, Sylveon, Glaceon,
Leafeon.
Leafeon.
And then,
Yeah.
Just 8?
Yeah. Of the original
unless
stuff.
you want to include the
And then QAnon.
Discord art,
The art contest
and
winner.
add 3 more.
Roll a D10.
Okay.
The winner one. It wasn't the number one. The EV.
7.
That's eerily fitting. It's Leafeon, but you're in the jungle. So she is currently
Super
heavily
active.
aspected into the jungle, especially being near Sage.
Celebi is in the distance.
Dude,
There's-
Leafeon.
Yeah.
Do it!
Yeah. Right now, Star has like little, almost like slippers kind of growing out of some moss. Her usually very poofy coat would have been extra humid and like frizzy, but right now is just very sleek and kind of coiled down, almost in a leaf-like pattern. And she's got this little coil of like vines and leaves that Sage probably whipped up for her.
Cool.
So right now she's leaning Leafeon,
Yeah.
but
First watch.
heavily biased. Yep.
Yeah, and then just kind of have a conversation with her and being like, you know, figuring out like, does she like this? Does she like how she is? Like, sort of thing. I know you're
Yeah.
gonna be like, whatever you want, but just a conversation
Yeah,
that I
right
would
now
have.
she's leaning Leafeon. Overall, she's quite happy with herself. So take from that what you will.
I may look like a burnt chicken nugget.
But I still love
But I still love myself.
Yeah.
Best meme.
Very, very good. D, if you would be so kind as to throw me a perception check.
Yeah.
A burnt chicken.
I may look like a burnt chicken nugget, but I still love myself. Natural 1.
Natural
Yikes.
1.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Where is the gigantic
Oh boy.
That doesn't sound
D4?
good.
No.
Someone, I'll
Don't start a
have...
sentence like that.
Joel,
in
because you're
D&D.
inside, would you mind throwing that for me real quick?
2.
2.
2 deuce.
Very fitting. So D, while you're having this conversation with your team, you're kind of hanging out in your hammock. You're lounging, chatting with Star. You're keeping a vague eye out on things. At a couple moments throughout your watch, you see and hear some birds kind of flapping around, and there's the sound of like some bat wings for a little bit, which kind of unnerves you. There's a lot of insect chittering, and what you don't see is the tiny purple hand reaching under your hammock and wrapping around your back, and then sneaking off into the jungle with a Pokédex anybody who's not out, their Pokeballs inside, your research notebook.
Holy shit.
I have my research
Way to
notebook because I was
go!
taking
It's out?
them.
Okay, then that is safe.
So it's literally just me, Star, and my notebook then.
Yes. So that's what you don't see. And Star also doesn't notice that.
Friends with each other.
After about probably 15, 20 minutes of chatting with Star, you reach down to put your book away, maybe grab something out of the pack that's not there.
I'm gonna just lift Star up and be like, not underneath here, and she just
She's like-
immediately sit in panic. I'm gonna get up and just start looking around. Do I see any, like, hear anything? Like, I mean, it's
Outside
a
of the
natural-
normal, like, jungle ambiance, nothing has made any additional noise. But in this moment, your heart's pounding,
Yeah,
like, in
like-
your ears. You're like, oh no.
Yeah, like I lost everything. And then I'm gonna be like, Star, I'm gonna need you to. Like, D's just getting to the point where he's flustered and just doesn't know where to begin. And he's like, and he just runs over to where CJ is and just, it just undoes it. Wild boy, come here. And I grab his
Yeah.
ankles and I just
Okay.
start pulling them.
CJ, in the middle of your sleeping, you suddenly awaken to the sound of your tent, like, rapidly unzipping, and you're, like, starting to get ready for war. You just feel these two arms around your ankles just yank you out of your tent.
Dude.
Kidnapping!
My pack's gone. Everything's gone. It's
Why
gone.
don't you wake me up like that?
Panic set in.
All right.
Can you
all
do
right,
your,
all right,
do
all
your
right.
thing? Do your Jungle Boy thing.
What do you mean?
I don't know. You're good in this stuff.
All right. What'd you lose?
Do your jungle
Everything.
boy thing.
And I literally just have my notebook and I have Star sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so something took
Everything.
your backpack.
Everything. Gone.
All right. That's bad. Okay. Did you look around for, like, tracks or anything?
No. And then just start immediately like,
Okay.
Looking
I'll
around
say
with them.
between the two of you, if you guys want to roll investigation, survival, whatever you want to do.
I'll do investigation if you want to do something else.
Hey, Dez.
Dez will kind of emerge from the nearby jungle. He's like, what's up?
How's it going, man?
Oh, great. There's so many things to scare here.
Yeah, I know.
It's amazing.
It's probably
We should
the
be in
best.
places like this more often.
Something. You think something took it, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I mean,
You
I
didn't
just
just,
didn't
like,
throw
put
it.
it-
Wait, you got mugged in the jungle?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
You think somebody took something?
Some people have all the rotten luck.
25.
It's not just the
25.
cities you gotta worry about.
I rolled a natural 18 and then
Okay.
investigation.
Yeah, just beneath where your hammock is, you see the faintest little piece of like half of a toe print, reminiscent of Ona, but not Ona, because Ona's in the manor and has been for a while.
Damn it,
it's just
Ona.
chilling and didn't come out with you, but you've seen Apom footprints enough to know there was probably an Apom here, and you see a little bit of a drag mark where your pack must have been taken, and then the Apom realized it could lift it up.
Hey, Dez, will you go fly in that direction and like look around for like D's backpack? And
Yo,
anything that may have been able to grab his backpack.
He'll skid around.
Alright.
Des,
Before you
give
even
me.
finish, bye.
Des,
got
go ahead
enough
and give me a
I know what I'm doing.
perception check, and I'm gonna change the weather to nighttime for you, so it should show you some cool things.
Bro, no.
That was
So
a freaking
before
journey.
you panic, because it's nighttime, ghost and dark types have advantage on perception.
Hooray! Because that
Roll
was
one
really
again. Do
terrible. That would be pretty funny, actually. Nope.
Perception.
Fiddlesticks.
15.
15. Okay, as you kind of fly off into the jungle, you're at about like CJ's head height. You're just floating around. You're like, all right, D got mugged. Where are these burglars? Unbelievable. You ran across some road bandits in the jungle. This is crazy.
Who gets mugged in the jungle?
Yeah. Des, as you're kind of flying around, you run across this like small cluster of little red like centipede looking dudes. And you're like, hey lads, you see where this went?
No.
And they just go back to eating their little berries.
Eating D's backpack.
No, I
I
haven't.
don't know what you're talking about.
I ain't seen nothing. I
Eating the
don't. I
Stonebreaker
ain't
metal.
talking to you.
Ain't no
what all is
snitch.
in your pack?
Everything. D
Like
will
all the metal supplies, like all that. Okay.
And it's like some team members are in there too.
my entire.
Well, yeah,
I put my
figured
team
that,
members in there.
but,
Yeah.
like I thought maybe he would have some stuff in the manor versus in his backpack.
No, I usually keep the only thing that I wouldn't have on me would be all the steel scraps, and I'm not gonna carry around amberite.
And his dread wax, that's in the manor.
Yeah. So I can
Thankfully.
keep it's a beedrill wax.
Yeah.
What would we do without the
Sick.
beedrill wax?
My hair would be
Perish.
a mess. It'd be so poofy.
In this humidity,
Yeah.
guys? Come on.
Okay.
While Dez is looking around at these little centipedes, I'm gonna
Yeah.
see like the bag drag, and I'm gonna like
Yeah.
look around and seeing as he probably was like monkey, I'll
See,
look
monkey
around
do.
at the closest tree and
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Come on. Would I be able to assist?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Too distraught.
what does that mean?
Advantage.
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you hear monkey and you imagine, you're like, okay, I'm pretty familiar with monkeys. You see a few like kind of claw marks up the nearby tree, very faint. There's just like a little bit of scrabbling up. It seems like that pack may have been a bit heavier than intended. And you see a couple of the branches are kind of broken, but whatever took your pack definitely took the trees as a way out.
I'm gonna kind of shake my head and do this whole thing.
You
and
do
then
the
I'm gonna start climbing the tree.
okay.
Wild boy.
Do you climb the tree or do you ascend the tree?
Give your little.
I'm gonna look up and see like what the climbing situation would be.
It'd be a little tricky.
Okay.
is it over here?
Then I'm gonna look for an obvious branch.
Yeah, easy enough with your 15. All right, you ascend probably about 15 feet up into the tree, and you're like, I am the knight.
Yeah.
I'm vengeance.
George.
I am gonna get sneaky at this point.
George.
Yeah,
the
give me a stealth check here.
Are you wearing your stealth suit?
Yeah.
He's not
I sleep in it.
pants.
That makes sense.
They're actually
20
just his pajamas.
It's a 22.
22. All right, D, you even lose track of CJ as he just goes and just disappears into the canopy, and he's like,
Oh no.
Spider CJ. Spider CJ.
just like lurking in the tree.
Does whatever a spider
Flip
CJ
the
does.
goggles down, see if I can see anything.
CJ's
go
also
full-
no longer
missing
upset he was
pack.
woken up.
CJ goes full Sam Fisher.
He's okay now. It took a minute or two, but now he's like,
Yeah.
this is actually pretty
There's
good.
the little technical hum of the night vision goggles. Everything you're seeing is kind of layered over in green. At this point, I will ask you, CJ, for one more perception, survival, investigation check, whichever one you want to do. Up in this tree. And we're going to
Seven.
negate your vision penalty.
17.
17. With your night vision goggles, you see a little ways off a small mass up in a tree, very excitedly going through something.
It's gotta be it. I'm gonna make my way over to it.
Okay. I'll allow your stealth check to resolve. I'm going to throw a perception check for our mutual friend here. And I'm going to give him a +4. So he has to be at a 22. So he needs a 19. This is important.
Okay.
So I want you to see it. It's a natural 1. All right.
He is too
As,
preoccupied.
So
Yeah.
excited about the backpack.
There's this little... It's gone forever.
Into the chasm
It's
once
gone.
more.
That was such a bad throw. I
You
apologize.
Don't
So
worry
bad.
about it.
What a baseball
There's
player.
there's a tiny monkey with a massive hand that's currently just full dexterous grip. You've seen Ona, who's missing a finger. So you haven't really seen like the finer elements of this tail. As it is currently holding D's pack out over about a 15-foot drop off this tree and is just going through stuff. And it's like, oh, what's this? Ooh, granola bar. And just kind of eating through it as you get right up behind this guy.
I love my granola bars.
And you can see, even from your vantage point, down on the ground, there's probably about maybe 10 or so pounds of just metal scraps. There's a couple Pokeballs, one of which is a moon ball, just on the ground beneath. There's also a Pokedex currently in the hands of this creature.
Sweet.
Just as it kind of takes a selfie and is like, so it doesn't notice you approach.
I'm gonna
Literally flashing itself.
come up on it and grab its big tail hand
Okay.
and just kind of hold on to it and be like, "Hey, bud, that's not yours. I'm gonna take that back."
And it like scrabbles and like tries to catch the Pokedex. I'm gonna roll this one in front of you as well.
No.
It is an APOM. It has a +6 to dexterity. And I'm gonna ask it for a 15, so it needs to roll at least a 9. But this is important, so I want you to see it.
Wow.
That fell.
see
Yeah,
it.
you got it. You
That
gotta
fell
do it
really
again.
far away. I gotta throw it out there. 18. It's fine.
Damn.
It scrabbles the Pokedex around, and like kind of foibles it a little bit, and it's trying not to drop the backpack, and it just goes and catches another like kind of flash shot of its own eyes. It goes ah.
You wanted it to go well, sounds like.
Yeah.
Apparently. I'm not gonna hurt you. I am only holding your tail until you give me back the backpack.
And it kind of dangles the backpack a little bit with the rest of the tail that's kind of hanging out in front of you, and you're like, okay.
Like, let's be friends here.
Yeah, let's do a roll about this. Give me a Pokemon handling.
Come
on, CJ. Come on, buddy.
Oh no. 6.
Okay. CJ,
Do you
I'm
have
gonna,
any bonus?
That was with the bonus.
yes.
Oh, wow,
CJ,
okay.
I'm going to give you a choice here. The monkey that you're kind of wrestling with, that is currently holding a Pokedex and a backpack, attempts to throw the backpack away from you. You have 2 choices. Stay with the monkey or try to grab the backpack. But one might get away.
Does it still have the Pokedex?
It is holding the Pokedex in its little hands, and its big hand is holding the backpack as you're reaching for it.
If he's gonna throw the backpack, I'm gonna hold on to his tail.
Okay. As the backpack launches out, the monkey tries to run the other way. I'm gonna say give me a strength check. I'm not asking for much. I want to see a 10. I see a 10 from you.
Come on.
Nope. It's a
Oh my
6.
god.
Okay. As this
Come on,
little
CJ.
APOM throws the
Some
backpack one way and tries to run the other, your hand is holding the tail, and it's super slick. And it bumps into the big hand part, and it kind of tickles your wrist, and you're like, ew, gross, and you let go. And the monkey just kind of runs off holding the Pokedex still. What are you doing? As the backpack falls down into the jungle floor about
Shoot it
15
with
feet
my
below.
gun.
I mean, I'm thinking about it.
Blow its brains out in the middle.
You do have the ransom
Yeah,
shells.
I'm not gonna kill it.
We don't know that.
I'm gonna see like where it's planning to run to,
Okay.
and like try to understand its path at first.
Yeah.
And then I am gonna pull out my gun. One of the ransom bullets.
Yeah.
Because he said that they don't kill anything.
Yeah, they're called ransom shells for a reason.
And I'm gonna try to shoot it.
Okay.
It's gonna make a funny noise if you.
Yeah, give me a gunshot, please.
Just a roll.
Yeah, we're gonna add your dexterity and your proficiency bonus.
Whoop!
Whoa! We're gonna knock a tree down and
Look
it's
at that. Look at that.
you destroyed the jungle
I
floor.
destroyed the tree.
Oh, you should have kept Joel's roll. It was pretty good.
I don't know what it was.
Better than that.
That's just
Oh
incredible.
no!
Switch die too.
happening?
This is
This
the
is-
worst
it's just-
encounter
it's
I've
not-
ever done for you guys. It
not-
was supposed to be pretty easy and
It's
kind of
just
funny.
not going well at all.
Yeah, you see this monkey and you're like, okay, I know where you're gonna go. And you're watching its path, but it's tiny and you're a human child. So it's leaping from tiny branch to tiny branch and using its big tail to kind of swing. And you're like, all right, easy, easy. And one of your ransom shells just sails off into the night as the little monkey goes, ah! And just kind of skitters off and you kind of lose track of it.
It's not good. D's probably not gonna be very happy.
D,
about
you
that.
hear a relatively close by a
Yeah, and I'm just like, I look down and start and I go, let's go. And
Okay.
I take off towards it.
perfect. Yes, Star will follow you.
Is the gunshot loud enough to potentially wake up anybody else?
Let's do
Perception?
Let's find out. Give me perception at
Do a
disadvantage
deep
from the
sleep
two
check.
of you
Okay.
because you are sleeping.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
I don't
We're gonna
really
try
care
this.
one way
What
or
does
the
that
other.
mean?
Just roll twice. Take the lower.
Oh, okay.
It's bad. It's not good.
It's a 9 from
Okay.
Bentley.
I can't get lower than 1, so.
We are sleeping.
I'm knocked out.
Phoebe is
I said I had
out
to sleep.
cold.
She's a sleepy girl.
Phoebe,
You guys gotta watch, right? Because I'm gonna take an Ambien and I'll see.
yeah, Phoebe, you are out cold. You probably have like headphones on, a sleep mask. Sage is in there vibing, and you're just like,
You have white
He
noise
made
going.
the best
your
environment.
book is like
Yeah.
kind of sprawled out beside you.
Yeah.
You got like a cup of tea,
Yeah.
half drunk. Yeah. Bentley, you're sprawled out like face down in your tent. You're having a great night's sleep. You guys are enjoying
We're
the
gonna be so
camping
well
ambiance.
rested.
Just drooling on my pillow.
Yeah.
And I have terrible news because what you also don't hear because you don't wake up is that there's more than one monkey. So you don't hear them sneak into CJ's tent, which is now unoccupied. Grab his pack. This is going horribly.
Wait a minute. Why is my tent unoccupied?
You left.
You left it.
Yeah, I left.
Yeah.
My Pokemon didn't leave.
Is Crash out?
Yeah.
Crash, give me a perception check at disadvantage because you're sleeping.
Can my Pokemon also do checks? Because they were
I
all
will
out.
I'll say Mortar can because he's outside and is probably loosely awake. I'll say everybody else is kind of burrowed away and in a place. We'll be okay. Mortar's just a straight roll.
Natural one.
Mortar's a straight roll because he's awake. I'll say Mortar can be awake.
Okay. Then,
Crash is chaotic enough to have fallen asleep.
It would have been
19.
19 from Crash. Okay.
At least somebody's
16.
doing something.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was probably settling back into CJ being pulled out of the tent by
Yeah.
D.
So while these two are fast asleep, Crash, you're kind of like leaned up against this tent. And you're like, freaking CJ running off in the woods. This is garbage. And you turn around and there's a tiny monkey hand in CJ's pack loop. And you just lock eyes with him. What are you doing?
He's gonna look at the monkey and be like, "Don't do it."
We'll give it a scary.
The hand clasps around the strap.
He's gonna go in on him, try to bite his hand.
Give me a bite.
Crash would be like, that'd be pretty funny to see CJ's reaction. Yeah, go ahead and take it.
Actually, you know what? Take that.
Run that way. He went over there.
Should
Divide
I
and conquer.
Should I add a bonus or is
It's a
18
bite.
enough?
That's enough. Yeah. Roll damage.
For what attack?
Bite. Whatever you're doing.
The thing.
If you're biting him,
Ooh.
Dear
Poor
God,
thing.
he's gonna kill this.
are you
poor
going?
thing.
Are you going for non-lethal takedown?
Yeah,
or
I
are
mean,
you-
he's
okay.
just trying to be like, "Hey, that's not yours. Get out of here."
Okay, because you
But
can
I'll
do it.
roll
You can make it an
damage.
attack, or you can make it an intimidation roll. Whatever you want to do.
I mean, he's gonna try to hurt it a little bit, but he's not gonna try to like kill this thing.
Okay.
But he might kill this
Oh
thing.
my god.
That's 19.
Uh-oh. Okay. As the Apom clasps its fingers around Crash, you just reach out and lock your jaw around its arm, and it just goes. It is kind of stuck on the other side of your jaw. Just. At which point, Mortar, how did you do with your non-disadvantage roll? Because I know the second one was a 1.
16.
16. Mortar, you kind of stir at the sound of Crash's jaws just clapping shut. And you look up and you see right outside Phoebe's tent and Bentley's tent, one big Apom hand just kind of lashed around the zippers, and they just see you. What are you doing about it?
Mortar would just like take aim with his cannon arm and just point it threatening at the thing.
Okay. Same deal as Crash. Do you want to intimidate, or do you want to? Are we going for a
I'll
takedown?
go for a straight intimidation check.
Okay, you can use your strength check if you would like to for it, because I know Mortar's charisma's a little shoddy.
Well, he does have
Little
help with
bitches.
intimidation, but it'll
Okay.
be a dirty 20.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Mortar is you just
Yeah. You want to get hit by this? I don't think so.
and magma like begins to slowly pull in there. The monkey just goes,
This will.
"Let me just close that up for you." It's a little. It
was just a little open.
You left it a little open. I'm so
I don't
sorry.
want the breeze to get in.
As those two just, we've been hacked. Jesus, and they run off. As the other one's like, "Hi, big alligator. Please let me go. Please."
Crash will
Can I
kind
go?
of pick him up and walk out of the tent, kind of like hold him up.
Okay, he's like, and he's kind of like patting you on the top of the head with the big tail.
He'll let him go and be like, "Don't you dare come back here.
Do a scary face.
Okay.
Don't you dare come back here."
Okay.
Tell all your friends.
As you kind of put him down and you're like, "Don't you dare come back here," he kind of smacks you on the side and skitters off into the jungle.
Little shit.
And they just start laughing as they run off into the darkness.
I love these things.
CJ, as you're up in the tree, as soon as you lose track of this one monkey, and you kind of take stock of what's going on, you see 3 little monkeys
Jumping on the bed.
just running off in the darkness on the ground. They kind of skid to a stop at the backpack, and they're like,
Am I there at that time now?
I'll say probably around this time, yeah. There's been enough commotion there. As these monkeys kind of gather around your pack, and they like open it up, and then they look up and see you, and they're like, and they just run off.
Yeah. I look up. Do I see CJ now at this point, or is he still hidden ninja?
CJ's still on his he's still on his rogue game. He's up there with a 22 stealth.
I am in pursuit.
All right. I'll take my bag and I'll start scooping everything back up into it.
Okay.
Taking out the Pokeballs now. I'll be like, CJ!
You find in the pack Mute and Biohazard. You find 6 pounds of metal scraps and the crumbs of a granola bar.
My granola bar, saving that for later. That's the
nature
concern.
value.
And then I'm looking around for Doubloon's Pokeball.
Give me an investigation check. These are naughty monkeys.
It'll be 12.
12. You don't find a Bloon's Pokeball.
Oh my god. First my Pokemon gets moon touched, and then now I lose this guy too. I'm gonna tap Mute's ball.
Uh-huh.
Send
Mute
him out.
emerges and is like,
You smell something off?
he looks up into a tree, and you see Doubloon just kind of,
Oh dude, Jesus Christ.
and just flies down to you. He's like, I'm a tropical bird. What are we doing? What are you doing in the jungle?
Oh my god, and I'll bring him down and just looking around and being like, okay, and I'm gonna send these guys off to find the rest of the stuff.
Okay, give me an investigation check from anybody who's looking, and then for my own sanity, what else would be in your pack?
Dude, I have 1 Pokeball, 2 Fulham Balls, 3 Watalonga Balls, a Die Ball, Lure Ball, Premier Ball, my towers, the Poryphone, the Dex, the Leaf Stone.
Oh boy.
All of the stuff.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I want you to take a D4. We're gonna go down the list.
Okay.
This is
Yikes.
horrible.
On a 1, it's gone. 2, 3, 4, you find it.
Perfect.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
Pokeball. Got it.
Okay.
Fulham Ball. Got it.
Okay.
Watalonga. Got it.
Okay.
Dive. Gone.
Okay.
Lure. Got it.
Okay.
Hold on. I need to make note of this.
These
Yeah,
naughty
just what you
monkeys.
lost.
Dive ball so far.
monkeys.
Premier Ball. Got it. My towers.
Oh,
Gone.
God.
She's gonna be pissed.
Or they'll have great service in the jungle.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah, it makes sense.
The Poryphone. Got it.
Okay.
The Pokedex. I mean, I know the monkey
The
has it.
monkey has the Pokedex,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
that does not turn up just yet.
Okay, Leaf Stone. Gone.
Oh, that hurts.
You said I have the steel scraps that I would have had.
Yep. You find 6 pounds in the pack.
That's
So
all.
if you
That's all I would
I
have
think that's
really
about what
carried
was
around.
left, but yeah.
Well, I have 22 total pounds.
Okay, because I'm assuming you're not just hauling all
No.
of that every day.
No. But I
Yeah.
just keep track of it
Yep.
as it. But
Perfect.
the Haxorus tracking chip. Gone.
Oh boy.
These monkeys are gonna do it. They're gonna start a Silicon Valley tech startup.
Yeah, for real.
Guys, we have shrinking towers.
Do you
They're
guys
gonna go
want
off to
Do you guys
King
want to
Louie.
know the worst thing that's in here?
Ambrosia.
Ooh, mama. One just Apom drank it.
Down the hatch.
So
One that I'm
you
chasing,
got
that's why
iced.
I'm doing so poorly.
the binoculars. I got those. Yay.
Hey.
Now the ambrosia.
Come on, come
Dude,
on.
I'm so scared.
don't you have inspiration?
We're good. We're
I have the cave bear of inspiration.
Come
Cave
on.
bear that
That's just
ambrosia into your
damage, bro.
backpack.
That's just damage.
I have it.
You're good. Okay.
Oh, God.
The Pokeball
Blimey.
kit.
That I would
that's a
say is
separate
probably in your.
Yeah.
That's probably in
There's
your
no way
room.
you carry
Yeah,
if
along with
Neek
the
is
paint
working.
Kit. Yeah, along with my paint kit too.
Yeah, if Neek is working on stuff, I'll allow that stuff would be in your room.
Amberite's in there, and
My
then
cocaine? Oh,
Got it.
last but not least,
Just a coked up A-bomb somewhere.
the prime Blackwater ball.
Oh boy,
Come on, buddy.
that was in there.
I got it.
Okay. So, for my own sanity and the viewers at home, what is missing?
What is missing is the dive ball, all 4 of my towers that come in that little case, the leaf stone, and the Haxorus tracking chip,
Dear God.
and of course the Pokédex currently because
When
he
you
has
started, like, I got Pokeball, got this ball, got that ball, got that ball. I was like, uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dive ball.
Like, let's maybe
Tower
lose
case.
some of the less important things, shall we?
Pokedex. The what am I missing?
Dive
Tracking
towers,
chip.
leaf stone, and Haxorus chip.
Leaf
There's going to be a
stone.
lot of APOM data in that Pokedex now, though.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can use yours to look up APOM photos and see where they're going.
If he was awake.
He is asleep. They do, yeah. Because there's only like 6 Pokedexes. They all link together, and other than that, it's just whatever Rosewood has been able to type in from.
When they all come together,
There's
they
like
create
a tree in the
transformer.
background.
Yeah.
Where is that tree?
So,
would I
yeah.
have found a balloons ball?
Doubloon will show you that under the tree that he's out in.
Okay.
It seems the Apom had kind of tapped it against the tree, not knowing what it was, and let him out.
Oh, thank God. All right.
So you do find Doubloon's Pokeballs under there, but it was just a little ways away from the pack. Just a little bit of a heart stopper.
All right. So, and I'm just gonna be like, just in a panic, be like, tell them this stuff's gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, find CJ because he must be with the monkey. So.
Okay.
And I'll send them off to go.
All right.
Find that monkey.
Oh boy. So Mortar and Crash.
Let me delete
Would
that
the
stuff.
2 of you wake up Bentley and or Phoebe in the now absence of monkey business?
Crash wouldn't. Crash is just going to sit in the middle of the camp and make sure nothing else comes in.
Okay.
Wait for CJ to come back.
I'll do a perception check with Mortar to see if Mortar would notice that like people are missing. Like that
Sure.
would be something important.
Otherwise, he's going back to bed.
13.
Okay. Yeah, Mortar, you've been kind of awake this whole time. You heard a little bit of a kerfuffle. You watched D wake up CJ and walk out of the camp. So you've been kind of on alert. So it is obvious to you that people are missing, but they left of their own accord. They weren't. Well, maybe CJ was partially kidnapped and then was like kind of down to clown. But D definitely walked out like intentionally.
Okay.
So I'll leave that up to him if he would decide that like that's a dangerous business.
I think for now Mortar is just gonna hang with Crash and be like on guard of the camp, knowing that things are trying to steal stuff, but is not like too concerned of people like going off because it's like kind of what trainers do normally.
Perfect. I'm kind of bummed because they were going to get the noisemakers out of CJ's pack and just throw them into the camp.
Nice.
Holy shit, that
Yeah.
would have been so terrifying.
Wake
to
up!
to.
Just into each of our tents.
Just throw it in, zip it up, and hold the zipper down.
Fireworks going off in our tent.
With just the flying monkey cackle.
All right, Bentley and Phoebe, you're now deaf.
Yeah.
So-
the rest of the
You
campaign.
understand
Yeah, so CJ, you
English.
see D kind of recollect some of his stuff as you're up in this tree and tell his team to kind of go off, and you hear the list of things that are missing. And you know where the Pokedex roughly went. You kind of lost track of it because it was a rough shot, and you're like, dang it, and you look up and you're like, shoot, he went that way, kind of. Would you announce your presence to D, or would you keep the element of full surprise and try to follow this monkey? I'll leave it up to you. Because you got a 22. Like, if you zip away, D might hear like a tree branch snap, but you'd be gone.
Seeing as D is already handling things on the ground,
I will go back to sleep.
I'm gonna be like, you know what? I got it up here. He's not gonna come up here. I'll handle things up here. They didn't go well so far,
Yeah.
but I can do better. I can only do better.
You
Okay.
gotta do better.
Don't
and I'm
say
still
that.
very sneaky, so you know.
Okay.
You know what? This also isn't that big of a deal for CJ. He's
Yeah.
kind of just like doing it because D asked him to.
That's true.
Yeah.
Low stakes.
But yeah, he's gonna look at D, be like, he's probably got that. Keep going.
Okay. As you zip away, D, you hear like a slight rustling above you as you look up. White shadow. He's gone.
I love it.
He's out of there.
White cheddar.
So CJ, as you run off, I want from you, if you'd be so kind, to once more into the breach. I want you to throw a D4 with a dive ball. On a 1, it is lost forever. On a 2, 3, 4, you find it on the path that the Apom is running on.
1, baby. Got it.
You found it?
Found it.
Okay, you find a dive ball.
Oh, there it is.
It's on the ground below you, but you kind of note where it is. It's up to you if you would like grapple, grab it, climb down, whatever you want to do,
No, I'm just
or
gonna.
if you just keep going.
I'm just gonna pull a rock out of my pocket and drop it on the ground.
Okay. And then I'll say from
It'll be really
From
obvious
there,
on
you
the
just-
jungle floor.
CJ's just
which
like,
rock
I'm gonna mark
was
it.
yours.
I'm
okay,
gonna mark it, there it
you
goes.
drop a rock. You got it, man.
Such a CJ thing.
Like
Yeah.
in the tree where you're at, or
Yeah,
like
so like
not
I'm
a
like
trail,
running
just
along or like swinging and I see
Yeah.
a
That
dive
makes-
ball. I'm just gonna drop the rock and be like, it's probably right around there.
Listen, CJ has he has perfect recall on where he leaves pebbles.
So good.
He'll just scry on it
love
later.
it.
It'll be fine.
go for it.
So the tower case. Same deal. A 1, it's lost. 2, 3, 4, you find it.
Might as well drop some soil.
Got it.
Okay, we're gonna get to that
Believe.
one last, but it was next on my list. The Pokedex. This is a big one.
Cracked in 2.
I lost one already. Why not another?
Pokedex.
It's the big one.
Got it.
2, 3, 4. You find the Pokedex up in a tree. Seems like the Apom dropped it to get away from you faster.
Makes sense.
Probably around the time you shot at it. It was like, it's not worth it, and it ran.
Just a flashy machine.
Leaf Stone. This one's gonna be a little bit tough, but I'm not gonna change the discovery of it because it's a leaf stone in the jungle.
And I know what one looks like.
Exactly. So we're gonna just say,
I got it.
you got it. Last but not least, this would be the most difficult one. Haxorus chip. It's about yay big. Size like an SD card. Good luck.
Find this thing.
Oh, you got the towers too?
He found the towers, but we're gonna do that one last. He found them, but
Got it.
4. Beautiful. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Because the Haxorus chip and the tower case would be nearly impossible for CJ to find. The Apom still has them, but is like winded and has opened the tower case and is just looking at these like shrunken down, like little 5G towers.
Butthead.
And he's like,
Work. Come on, technology.
he's kind of using one as a toothpick.
I'm going to rip this thing in half.
And he's holding the like Haxorus tracking chip in his other hand, and it's just blinking, which is not a thing you knew it could do, but it's just going.
Interesting.
This Apom knows what it's doing.
And that's probably how you find this Apom, is there's this very dull beeping sound, and there's like this little red light, and then the nighttime forest ambiance will cut out very eerily.
Yeah. It's like, is something about to happen?
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you, and then you die. No, it's just an hour-long loop.
Laser.
But yeah, so you see this Apom once more as it's kind of holding these things. You can see the case next to it with 3 little towers left out of the packet, and it's holding one in its hand. But you have the drop on it still. I'm gonna say it's so fascinated by the things that it's found, it has no idea that you're above it, just up in the tree like the Nighthawk.
Oh, so like it's below me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of climbed down, and you just see this little red beacon like lighting up this super excited monkey's face as it's like using the 5G tower as a toothpick.
Cool. I'm gonna Spider-Man hang with my little grappling hook. Kind of come down over the top.
Are you
of
going
it.
in upside down?
Yeah.
Spider-Man kisses?
Maybe. I mean, if he's into it.
Spider-Man kiss the Apom.
No.
That was so sensual. You can have everything.
From my
Just appear
back,
behind it.
So
From my back, I'm gonna pull out a Pokeball and I'm just
Can I
gonna
do a seduction
tap it on
check?
the head.
You're trying to catch the Apom?
Get it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tap it on the head because I'm assuming that if I try to catch it, either way it's going into the ball, and what he's holding, he's not gonna take with him.
Very good. So I'm gonna
I love
say,
it.
because this is I think the first time you've stealth captured checked a Pokemon, you have it by surprise. So I'm gonna give you the option. You can either roll your D100 twice and take the better one, because you would technically have advantage on your capture,
Right.
or I'll let you roll it once and we'll add 40 to your roll.
I mean, it's probably that
Dude,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
What
That
I'm
sounds-
looking,
that
what I'm
sounds
looking
better.
for is I need your die roll to be above a 41. So if you roll a 001, the Apom will get out.
Okay.
If you take that one.
Okay.
Because you've got this thing like completely by surprise.
Do it, buddy.
Yeah.
And it's not like a threatening creature. You're not in a
got it.
fight.
We got it. 86.
Beautiful.
Add 40
Plus
to
40.
that.
Yeah.
Nice 120.
CJ right away,
2 of them.
very,
What?
very
Which ball
adeptly.
did you use?
That's a good point. What ball did you
It's
use?
just a Pokeball.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of like slurk down from the tree upside down and you just go. And you just catch the tower on the chip. And you're like, all right, perfect. Scoop up all of D's stuff as the ball just goes.
monkey.
And then begins shaking if you want to send it somewhere.
Um,
Or if you want to keep him with you.
well, can I just immediately release it?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. It. And it just runs off into the darkness.
Later, dude.
It's just like,
Demon, I was gone. I died, I think. I think I was killed.
as that Apom runs off to tell all of its friends and family that for a brief moment it was killed by the night.
It's the bat.
Get out of here!
The legend begins.
A vengeance.
CJ's vengeance.
All right. So now, CJ, you're holding a Haxorus chip and a case of small towers,
He just throws it out into the jungle.
which would have probably broken D's little heart
probably
if
did.
it
This
disappeared.
stuff seems useless.
Why do we care about this? That chip is still.
Interesting. It's hacked it.
Who has the tablet?
I mean,
Or is it in your pack?
It's in my backpack.
Okay, then nobody notices, but your tablet begins flashing.
Tablet?
What did D do to the
This
Haxorus
portable
chip?
PC
He took
thingy.
it out
Oh.
of the portable PC. Or sorry, no.
No, I took it out of the
no,
Haxorus.
No. Took it out of the Haxorus.
But did he like alter it in any way, or
No,
it's
he took it out of the Haxorus. But your tablet begins glowing, but nobody's there to see it.
Interesting.
That was a
Okay.
privateer thing, right?
The tablet was, yeah.
Yes. So I will tell you, even though nobody sees this, these are completely separate networks, but they are communicating in this moment.
That's weird.
But your pack is just
Well, now
hanging
I
out in your
know.
tent.
That's a little sus.
But this thing's
little
blinking
soft
like it's
guy.
making a light.
It's blinking.
Okay.
It's going. Boom. Similar to the dull glow of a like full and captured Pokeball almost. Like this little red light kind of shoots out ambiently.
Okay.
We're gonna die.
Not the same like effect. Like
Right.
the chip obviously doesn't have anything in it, but that's kind of the ambiance that you're getting.
Okay.
But as you make your way back, you find all your pebbles. You grab the
God.
leaf stone, you have the Pokedex and the dive ball, and you just come back carrying all of D's stuff. You're like, here you go.
Hey man, found it.
Dude, thank you. It's like my hands are shaking. I'm like, oh my god.
Mute comes back, big beaming smile with a mossy rock.
That's a pretty,
You're so good.
that's a pretty sweet rock.
Thanks, man.
I'm gonna hold back the chip in my hand, though. I'm gonna hold on to it.
Okay.
What?
Like I'm gonna give him everything else, and then I'm gonna
Sure.
keep it in
Oh.
my hand.
Okay.
Like,
So you get
So he
you
knows
get your
you
tower
have it.
case.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get the dive ball, get your Pokedex, and you get your leaf stone. You get a mossy rock from Mute.
And he's just gonna be like, dude, do you see that over there?
Doubloon comes back with an earthworm, and he's super happy.
Good job, buddy.
He's like,
But that's all yours.
Eat that, man.
All yours.
Eat it. You gotta eat that, dude.
backs up so his little beak can get there.
Oh, okay.
Did you find the tracking chip that was there?
Yeah. Have you ever seen it do this before?
Can I take a look at it and see what it's... I'm assuming transmitting a signal, but I don't know if I can gain...
Let's do an intelligence check because there's not really like a technology roll. So
Yeah,
Technology.
just straight intelligence.
yeah,
10.
10. It's definitely sending or receiving a signal in some way, but there's like this little tiny square on that chip that you barely noticed before, and that's where the light's coming out of.
Do you happen to have like the PC? Maybe I can hook it up and see what it's trying to transmit.
Yeah, it's my bag.
Okay, let's... Returning everybody back.
Okay.
Biohazard.
Come back, guys. We're on the manor.
Puts his
Can't
backpack
keep
on
up
and
with
like
you.
locks the straps.
Yeah, well, it's one of those like side straddle ones, but
Gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah.
D's just like, zzz, then he just tightens it to where it's just...
Perfect.
held tightly on there now, but I'll return everybody back in.
How did that happen?
Well, you see, I was like looking and like talking with Star, and then they just snuck up behind
You're
me.
not very good at watch, is what we're saying.
I was distracted,
All right.
so
all right.
that's my bad.
Right. I mean,
I
it's your
appreciate you.
stuff. Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, if we can like keep this on the DL, that'd be great.
Oh, I don't know if I can
Yeah.
do that.
Thanks,
much.
buddy.
As you,
I'm definitely gonna throw you under the bus first thing.
as you two make it back to camp, you see Crash and Mortar just going.
The water cooler chats.
Yeah. So, like, can you believe this? Like, monkeys coming into the camp? Like, how would anybody... Like, they're so obvious. They made so much noise. And you're like...
And as I'm just like bandana over my eyes.
Yeah. All right. But we'll say around that
Shame.
time, D, your watch would be coming to an end. Unless you want to do anything else. You want to take a look at anything.
I will stay up to do like to check that PC thing because now with this thing going on, so if I acquire exhaustion from it, I'll take it. But
No, you get a little bit more time.
Okay.
But as you guys make it back and you grab that portable PC, it's inert. It's just chilling.
Mhm. Cool.
That chip's still blinking, but the tablet is no longer like, I got you.
Yeah.
It's just sitting there.
Yeah, I'll turn it on and I'll open up the back and plug it all up in together and see if I can get anything off of it.
Okay. As you plug the chip in, there's this little frying of circuits for a half second, and the screen flickers, and then the blinking light stops
What was that?
from the chip.
What'd you do?
I don't know. We're gonna find out here in a second, hopefully.
That's just a normal thing.
Nope.
I got Pokemon in there, man.
Well,
And
they're connected to a network.
And on the now canon like tablet home screen of this thing, where you would normally punch in your trainer details, it says Project Stonebreaker Files.exe.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably should look at it, but is it gonna like mess up the PC?
What I know.
This is all new.
Oh shit.
I can get another one for my dad
Another one? What?
of the tablet.
Okay, but is it gonna like mess up my Pokemon?
No.
Sure.
98% sure.
Oh my god.
There's like a 2% probability, and I hit the thing.
Oh shit.
It asks for a password.
Knowing that Stonebreaker was Team Rocket, correct?
Stonebreaker was Team Rocket.
What would your dad put as a password, or your sister's?
Oh man. Great question.
Crispin sucks.
SUX.
Is it
Yeah.
numbers or is it like words? and
It
stuff?
is numbers, characters, a full keyboard pops up.
Lowercase
Could be
zero.
anything.
Or lowercase.
Christian sucks.
Exclamation point.
Crispin Jasper sucks with an X.
It's not.
No, it's crispinjaspersucks@gmail.com.
It's
X Ninja
It's no
Assassin.
next Steve.
it's that scene where Jack Shepard says we have to go back, Kate, but spelled all with numbers as much as it can be, and then where it can't be, it's like a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters and exclamation marks.
I wish I had a
No one will
flash
ever get in
drive.
there.
Drew's like, I'll give
Drops
you a
money
hint.
sign at toilet.
Yes. Well, now that's out. You have to change your password now. It's out there. You
It's
told
never
the
been
people.
that. After it was, after
you
that
like-
was shared.
You changed it.
Yeah.
You have the most secure password in the world. I'm
Drew's
gonna
like,
ask you what the password is later. And we're gonna
Okay.
figure this out.
Drew's like, I'll give you a hint. It involves the backspace key. Like, what?
It involves holding control and hitting backspace on like a Windows 98 computer so that it makes the weird like glitch symbol on
yeah.
the school PCs. Do you ever do that?
Rosebud.
Yeah, you got to put a couple of those in. But if you hit backspace at all, it locks you out of the account for an hour.
What was Rosebud again? That
For
was the
Sims.
What
To
was-
hack it to
It's
get
to get
infinite money.
it's to get $1,000.
But you had to do the
1,000
little,
simoleons.
It was, wasn't it
whatchamacallit?
like semicolon and then like
Yeah, the
Yeah.
semicolon.
Yeah.
just a
Anyways.
billion different-
Yeah, it asks you for a password.
Is this something that do we think we could figure it out?
Do you think
It's
you
your
can-
brain.
I would try like birthdays and like my mom's name
Okay.
and different people's names and like
Dad with a
maybe-
question mark?
Maybe the name of my mom's
Dad?
like partner Pokemon and like
Okay.
things like that.
After the 4th failed attempt,
Oh boy.
it says you have one more try.
Before you just go punching stuff in, think real hard. Like, think about like
have it.
anything
I'm in
that
the
you might
mayor,
have seen
though,
on your
so-
dad's desk, your mom's desk, your sister's, anything that they just like hate you or like anything
I've
like
got
that.
it. Poop butt 946.
It opens.
69,420.
I mean, I don't.
Who?
Think about it. Take your time. Think about it.
CJ.
Take your time. Think about it.
CJ.
You don't have to solve it now.
Do you know which one of your family members, if there was one, that would have overseen this project specifically to narrow it down?
I mean, we had an encounter with one of them.
I'll throw you a slight bone.
Do
it's
it.
not the sister you've met in this campaign.
Okay.
It's the
But
other
it
sister.
is-
The other one was in
I
charge
don't
of
know the
working on
password, I
this.
Okay.
As for what she would use as a password, if this is her files, you have no idea.
Okay.
This is all like upper echelon clearance stuff, where you would have been like entering in as a grunt and working your way up. Your sisters had been a part of it for years.
It's a decoy. Put in password.
Swordfish.
All right, we shouldn't
I'm
do
in.
this.
Do
We should-
1, 2,
Okay.
3,
we
4,
shouldn't do
5.
this right now.
Okay. Can I carefully
Get out.
take it out and put everything back together and see if the tablet will still work as a PC?
Yeah, you pull the chip out, and there's a little and a little flicker on the screen.
Does
And
pulling
that
the
file
chip
goes
out
away?
reset the password guess choices?
Nice.
So, blinking, probably not a good idea. What we're going to do in the morning is I'm going to leave this in the manor because they can't probably track through interdimensional space and time and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to leave that in there just in case. And then when you can think of something that it might be, we'll come back to that.
Right. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. While all of this has been going on, Milo, you're having a triathlon.
Yep.
We're in wave 2.
Yep.
It's a food
We're having
contest.
a grand old time here in the manor.
Yeah, it's a food contest. So what I'm gonna ask you for is for Eunice, Pip, and are you doing Shimmer
Howl.
for food? Howl.
Shimmer
sorry.
already went.
Are you guys
And
doing a
Howl.
mustard?
Mustard.
Yeah,
Mustard
I've,
count?
what
Hair
I've
doesn't
done
Yeah.
is I've rolled too far down, and this music's way more obvious than
Omnius.
yeah.
Yes.
Howl.
us.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask Howl
Uh-huh.
and Eunice and Pip to all roll 3d4, and I want golf rules. I want the lowest.
Oh, okay.
This is
Golf
how long it
rules.
takes you to eat each serving of whatever food has been prepared.
3d4s, you say?
3d4s each. So if somebody else wants to throw them as well, I'm down with that.
Sure.
I'll do one of them.
What's happening?
Do one of them, Tia.
Yeah, so take
3d4s.
3d4, and then
3d4.
I'll let Joel pick first because it's his thing. Are you
Yes.
gonna roll for Howl because it's your team?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll have Phoebe go ahead and roll for
The three of
Eunice,
Oh.
and then somebody else roll for Pip. So 3d4, I want the lowest result wins.
Pip's my
You
dude.
got 3?
Yeah, I got 3.
Okay.
So
Eunice is
Whoa.
losing. Jesus.
Eunice is having a great
7.
time just eating food.
6.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Pip.
That was the shoe-in
Yeah.
easy win.
Pip,
was
similar to
gonna
like
destroy
Kobayashi and the
Yeah.
bear, is watching Eunice just eating as fast as they can. Howl, you're wolfing down your food real quick, and then Pip just goes and then licks the plate
Like
clean.
the Teletubby vacuum.
Yeah. Time for Telly Bye Bye.
Oh, no.
And just like consumes that whole
Frightening,
thing.
but efficient.
So we have the first round went to Shimmer,
Yep.
which is Milo's team. The second
Yep.
round goes to Violet for Pip. So
Yep.
we're 1-0-1.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Let's
Milo
do
is still in the lead.
let's do the archery challenge now.
Okay.
So this, correct me if I'm wrong, we're doing.
Trumbeak.
It would be Shimmer, right?
No.
Trumbeak. God, why is Shimmer on there?
Because Shimmer went
Oh, that was the
first.
race.
Yeah.
Let me delete that because I'm looking at the 3 stacks of 3 and then all of D's stuff, and I'm confusing myself. So let's delete that.
Yeah, so
Okay,
Shimmer went race.
Titania, Moonraker, and
Trumbeak.
Trumbeak. Thank
But
you. Yeah.
The part of the archery is using the final team member, Derby, to throw up mud discs to be shot at.
A little shot put action.
Race, eat, skate.
Okay.
Do it.
So here's what I want to do. I want to have D. I'm gonna have you be Derby. Okay. So Derby is gonna throw a D20.
Okay.
Okay. And before the roll happens, Trumbeak, you're going to pick any die. And if either side is a multiple or dividable by the other number in either direction. So if you roll like a 16 and you get a 1, a 2, or a 4, you're good.
I mean, I was going to say you should pick another die because it makes no sense to not pick the D4 then.
Okay, then let's
'Cause
do
it's
a
like
D6.
75%
Yeah, so
chance
let's do a
to- okay.
D6 and let's do a D20. And I want them in some way divisible by
I mean,
each
if
other.
you rolled a 7, it's a prime number. So
Yes.
You'd only,
So you would have to roll a 1.
roll a 1 to
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
So what I want
but
you to
on
do,
a D4, you have a much higher chance
Yeah.
of getting that one.
Well,
which is
yeah.
totally fair. So to make it happen, Trumbeak, throw me a D6 real quick.
Okay. 2.
2. Awesome.
Promising.
Moonraker, roll me a D6. Somebody throw a D6 for Moonraker.
5.
5.
Oof.
Okay, rough call. And then somebody throw one for Titania. A D6. A 4. Good. They're all different. Now, Derby, if you would do the honors. And please throw me a D20.
5.
A 5. Holy cow.
Those are on D20s.
So, Moonraker, seeing your chance to be the tie maker,
That's my boy.
you just go and just snipe the first one down.
Nice.
We're going to do one more bout.
Oh, baby.
Because we have a tie, we're going to do an archery tiebreaker.
For the overall win.
Yeah, for the overall win. This is winner takes all, unless Milo would have a better idea for a tiebreaker. I'll leave it up to you in this moment.
You have to tie your shoes.
Or did everyone win and they all get prizes?
I mean, it is pretty cool that like everyone
I think
won.
if Moonraker wins,
But-
Titania gets second, and Trumbeak gets third, it's a dead tie. Because everybody would have a win, a second, and a third place finish.
That's pretty crazy.
Okay.
Let me ponder on that for a second.
Let it play
Okay.
out.
All right. Very good.
Because right now, Milo's team has a win and a second place finish.
Okay.
Monty has a second place and a third place. And
So
Violet
while
has a third and a win.
while we're pondering, let's jump back outside for a hot second. Who's on second watch? Because that was first watch was monkeys.
I'm just gonna be now. I know Bentley
First
said
watch
he wanted
was
to go second,
monkeys.
but I'm just
First
gonna
watch
go.
was
You can
just
take it.
monkeys,
You're up,
and it
you're up,
went
you're up.
so much worse than I thought it would ever go that it spiraled into like an hour-long
I was gonna say.
I almost lost
debacle.
everything.
Second watch, my pal. Give me a D12.
Okay.
D12.
If you get a 2, I'm going to factor it as nothing happens as well.
However many you roll, that's how many D's
That's a
appear.
5.
A 5. Okay. What do we got here?
More A-pump show up.
No.
Okay.
Stay away.
On a roll of a 5, CJ, your watch is mercifully quiet.
Cool.
You're kind of like, you're racking your brain on this thing. I'm going to answer your secret question in public.
Okay.
And tell you that CJ has exactly as much of a clue as Jordan does right now.
Okay.
The password is like completely unknown. So don't worry about it for now.
Okay.
At least above game. I know it's like the big egg to crack. And it's a lot I just threw at you. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay.
Okay.
But right now, you guys have no idea how to work this. That being said, your watch passes by, and it's great. It's awesome. Crash falls asleep on the campfire, and it puts it out, and Mortar's like, bro, and then sits down, and Mortar goes to sleep. But you're kind of chilling, and everything's fine. Who you waking up
Yay.
for the next and final watch? And then, Milo, do you just pipe in when you have a tiebreaker?
Sure.
When you've decided, and we'll find a time to do
I'm
that.
almost there.
Okay. So who's watch number 3?
I'll definitely wake up Bentley.
Vakey, vakey.
It's a Maggie. Well, I took my Ambien, so.
Yeah.
You're not waking
I'm not waking you up.
So Phoebe's actually in a car now, just sleep driving.
Yeah.
Operating heavy machinery with
Yeah.
no idea.
Doesn't seem good.
This is not good PR for them. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Not
Audible.
really.
Before I go to wake
Call
up
us,
Bentley,
That we could put Audible on the tablet. You guys could listen to. Hear me out. I'm here for you.
I'm going to have a moment
Yeah.
being sad
Okay.
with the monkey exchange and being in the jungle and being like, man, I wish Bang was here. This sucks.
Fair.
But
Yeah.
kind of push through that and also kind of think to myself that, like, even though that's the case, I definitely feel way better than I have been feeling.
Yeah.
and it's weird that happened just because we're in this jungle, or like
Yeah.
maybe it's because I cried or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen, it's healthy to cry. Let
But
it
I'm
out.
feeling
Let
good.
those feelings out.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling good.
You're feeling good.
And
Feel a cathartic
I'll
experience.
I'll go wake up Bentley.
Okay.
Uh,
Skip over to the tent, kick it down. Hey.
just jump on top of it.
Oh God.
Just land on top of him. No, I'll open it up. I'll be nice.
Okay.
Be like, hey, Bentley.
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
I'm up.
Okay.
Hey, dude.
What are
How
you?
you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm waking you up.
Why are you doing a voice?
Because why not?
Okay.
It's time for you to watch stuff. I've been up basically the whole night. Some stuff happened. D's not as good at watch as we thought he was going to be. I mean, it was fine ultimately, but
All right. Well,
he got distracted.
yeah. Get some sleep. You can tell me in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Woods.
Yeah.
Do you have anything fun you'd like to do on your watch?
I would just
Doing
have
anything, thinking?
like wake up your mask and have a little powwow with your mask of like
Oh, how
we gotta come up with a name. And basically Bentley's like, I'll mull it. We'll figure something out for you,
Okay.
and then I'll like kind of look at the stone that your mask has and see like just pondering about its power potentially, because Claremont
Yeah.
seemed to be freaking out about it and just kind of like, there might be something to that, but he'll brush that aside for now and get out of the tent and have a watch just sitting next to Sleepy Mortar, and just kind of like randomly scan the treetops and the trees around him with his Pokedex and see if there's anything
Yeah.
going on.
Is your mask out of the tent with you, or are you just pondering?
Yeah.
Okay. While you're pondering the mysteries of this rock, I'm gonna ask you for an impossible check. It's an Arcana check.
Do it.
Doesn't
Okay.
exist on your sheet, but we've done it before.
From Bentley?
Yeah. It's totally fine. You're just gonna throw a D20. Just gonna let me know how you do.
11.
An 11. Okay. While you're thinking about this rock, you're pondering. You're taking your time. Some people at home might recognize this term, and I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation, and I apologize. But a word comes to your mind. It's not a name. It's not an incantation or a spell. And I'm not gonna spell it for you, because you just hear it in your mind for a second. Hear earlier. And that's all that pops into your brain while you're pondering the mysteries of this rock, thinking about this Yamask. That word pops into your brain for like half a second.
Can you say it one?
Earlier.
Like the sooner you go to bed, the earlier you get up.
Exactly.
Yes. Perfect.
We cracked the
That is
code.
the mystery
That's
of
the
the
password.
universe.
You solved it. Yep. You did. I told you not to worry. I was just going to tell you.
You're a
That's
sleepy
okay.
guy. You gotta go to bed earlier.
Yeah. But that is what pops into your brain as the Yamask is just kind of breathing and popping up and down next to you.
Okay.
As it's just... but around that time, I'm going to ask you to throw a D12 to see if anything else happens on this watch.
12 it up.
8.
8. Okay, your watch is also relatively peaceful.
Okay.
As you're just kind of chilling, you're having a great night. You're like, okay, this is cool. I don't know what magic word just popped into my brain. It doesn't sound reminiscent to you of any spoken language you've ever heard. You're not even sure where it came from. It just sort of appeared in your mind for a bit. And it's not like you immediately forgot, but then it was gone.
So for Bentley's purposes,
Yeah.
if the word is just coming into his head when he's thinking about the...
While you're kind of concentrating on that stone and just
Right.
thinking about what it might mean, that
Okay.
word pops into your brain.
Okay. Interesting. Is it like a... like any kind of danger associated with the thought?
It's just a word for you.
Okay. Fair enough. Weird, but such is life when you play D&D.
Yeah, at least for now. You might be able to meditate on that later, but just at one point in your watch, that pops into your brain. And you know it's related to that rock, but you don't know what it means. It's just there. But otherwise, Milo, are you prepared with your tiebreaker?
Yep.
Excellent. What do we have?
team captains are stepping up to plate.
Okay, and what are we doing?
Shit.
Tiebreaker between a human boy, a samurai, and a crow.
Yep.
I love it.
We're all axe throwing. And Monty is at a distinct disadvantage.
So for just for flavor, we're gonna make a Pokemon out of glass. Like, just imagine it in the manner.
Okay.
Any kind. It could be like a Caterpie. It could be a Pidgey. Something that is usually deemed as on the weaker end. It'll
Okay.
be up on like a log, and then the team captains have to go as long as they can, protecting it from breaking, while Derby throws like rocks at it.
Okay. I love this. So we're going to make it nice and simple. My team captains.
Yeah.
I want you to roll me a D20, and that's how many seconds you go before you fail.
Okay.
So we'll have Milo, and then
Milo's up
someone throw
first.
for Monty, and then someone will throw for Violet, but we're just going to see how this goes.
Do you want to go at the same time or in a row?
Sure. Yeah, totally
We'll do
fine.
I want to
Monty.
go in a row.
Okay,
That's
so we'll do Milo first.
Yeah. 9.
You make it 9 seconds
9
before Derby eventually just like cheap shot under your arm and kind of smashes into a little Caterpie statue.
Dang it.
All right, so Monty, we'll have go ahead.
3.
3.
Oh, no.
Monty, you're like, what are we doing? Oh,
I didn't know the rules! Come on! Damn
yeah. And I'm gonna have my ruler of chaos. I'm gonna have CJ roll for Violet. Just throw me a D20 and let me know how many seconds
Violet's
you defend
got a
your
lot of
statue.
arms.
17.
Violet, you draw your sword and you're like, and you're carving these projectiles in half, and then eventually you cut one, and just enough sneaks past you, and like one of the deflected bits just shatters the statue. But Violet takes round
Nice.
4, breaking the tie,
Excellent.
meaning that Violet's team
Yeah.
comes out on top.
Well done.
She wins.
What an
She's a winner.
unlikely
Yeah,
victory.
for real. Wow.
Violet does not know how to lose.
Yeah.
Which is, it's not a thing. Doesn't happen.
So a couple things are gonna happen,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't mean to rush everybody, but here's what we're gonna do. If there's more stuff you want to do before you go to bed, let me know right now if you could.
Kind of.
Okay, hit me with it real quick.
Okay.
We'll jam through it. If it's gonna take a bit, it's gonna take a bit. It's
Yeah,
fine.
we're going to celebrate the victory.
'Kay.
We're gonna eat the leftover food that Arjan cooked as
Awesome.
a team.
Yeah.
And Violet and Pip, Titania, and Atticus will deliberate on some team names.
Awesome.
They have some options, but they're gonna discuss.
Okay. So maybe we'll pick up with those next time. Okay, so 2 things are going to happen simultaneously. As the sun begins to rise outside, you've got about an hour before that manor door appears for you.
Okay.
Milo, in your room, you are an early riser.
Mm-hmm.
All of your team is. You all wake up super early. And you see Wadsworth standing outside of his little meditation cave.
That's not good.
And he's just looking, scanning over the room.
Uh-huh.
My outside team, I kind of lied to you when you rolled a 5 on your watch. That Leopard has been getting closer and closer overnight.
Nice.
And now that it's aware that the Pokedex can kind of detect it in the way that a predator might be, it's currently lurking overhead. So what we're going to say is 1, 2, 3, 4. When you step out of your tents for the morning.
If this
I'm
happens
not
to
in
me
a
again,
tent.
I swear to God.
I'm in a hammock.
Yes.
Should I take that Ambien?
Yeah.
been
So
involved.
you're
Guaranteed to be the 4.
Yeah, because these 2 things are going to happen simultaneously. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
It's 1.
I
So
swear to God.
So
I'm just glad it wasn't me. I already got railed by
So
APOPs.
Phoebe, as you step out of your tent in the wee hours of the morning, you got to sleep through the whole night. You didn't have to deal with any of this stuff. So you wake up pretty fresh and aware. I promise you, it's not what you think.
Okay.
As the Leopard kind of slinks down out of the tree and is holding something in its jaws.
baby?
And it drops at your feet. The body of an all-gray Apom. And it drops it at your feet.
Huh?
And that's what we're going to call it for you four. As on the inside of the manor, Wadsworth, his whole right hand is all gray and devoid of color. And he kind of holds his hand out, and he seems to be in a similar way to what Bang has been doing. He is fighting to keep himself together. And that's what we're going to call it for you. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do an unintentional partial party split. We're going to start the next session with just Milo. And we're going to deal with that before the manor door opens, because I don't know what that's going to look like. But I've said enough of that, and now it's time to say thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Having recovered from their encounter with the mischievous monkeys, the gang, still separated, is now faced with two looming dangers. If you enjoyed this episode of Boarding Party, please consider leaving a like on the video to show your support. If you'd like to see more of the Tots and stay up to date on the Laris region, why not subscribe to the channel? If you'd like to help us out in other ways, you can follow the links in this video's description box to the Patreon. From there, you can join the discussions in our Discord servers, check out the post shows still rolling to get a recap of every session with myself and the crew, or check out some Patreon-specific one-shots. There are also links if you'd like to check out some Boarding Party merch, and let us know in the comments below what you thought about Monkey Business and the Lurking Leopard. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next week when Milo entreats with a powerful entity.